If Love and Gogi is wrong, I don't want to be right.
What would Socrates say to that?
It tickles my fancy.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
Goosies.
I don't have hair.
Oof.
You got Marcos.
That's not. No, that's not.
Wait.
Yeah,
That's true. You do got me. Get over here, Marcus. Let me look at you.
They
don't want it.
Tobin and Leroy, ready to deploy. Had to hit her with a little journalism, but that was a decoy. Better have about me, boy. Okay, Leroy and Tobin, hold to the show, man. Still to the stars with the show, and till then it's half moon open. Sometimes go taste like a snowman. No proof, I'm a lie about a motive. No proof, like I always wanted him. I never hated him. I never traded him. And if I did, I never ever traded him. You know what is a star? Like another city, the driver's side fly. Wish I could large, so many more. 10 in the more, never a bar. Hey, 10 in the more, 2 to the P. Nothing to you, but it's something to me. Handsome as ever, and cute as can be. You can watch us on YouTube with view for free. Hey, this one time for the Twitch. This one time for the text. This one time for the phone line. Whole time wonder what they gonna do next.
You know, I just wish you guys would stop the quibbling.
Moaning, everybody.
I'm not feeling that enthusiasm.
Why not?
Why?
Yeah.
Because all my teams lost. The Dolphins look terrible.
Yep.
Michigan.
Oh.
Well, look, that rookie quarterback, that freshman quarterback got Arch Manning. You play on the road. You play on the road in front of 100,000 people at 18, 19 years old. It can happen. I'm okay with that.
Right.
The Browns went Browns because they mysteriously found the only kicker in the world that can't kick worth a damn.
Yep.
He missed the extra point.
I saw.
And they missed a 40-yard field goal to win.
At least it was close.
I mean, that.
I didn't even think that was the thing that was going to make you the most mad.
You go through a whole football game. You don't want to ever have to go through and go, oh my gosh, I hope the kicker makes a 40-yard field goal. Miami Hurricanes picked somebody up off the bench called McKicken, and he made it.
I don't think that's McKicken. That was the other guy.
Huh?
That was the other guy, McKicken.
Who was, no, he's not McKicken. I'm talking about Miami when they lost their kicker,
Yeah.
the Hurricanes.
Oh, you're going back years.
When they lost their kicker and they just pulled walk-on kicker that was there for the bleeps and grins.
Turner Davidson, I think his name
Yes.
is. Yep.
He
Remember
made.
that? You remember that, Brittany? You remember McKicken? He came in for a random game and won a game for the Canes.
Yes, I do. I do remember that.
That guy must have had a hell of a time at the frat party.
How
next
can
week.
they find a
He's a
kicker?
legend.
Yep.
And the Browns, who are paying somebody to kick.
Nope.
And then, let me tell you something. So I'm listening, I'm listening to one game and I'm watching the other game.
You should have flipped it.
No, it wasn't on TV. So I have to do this.
I don't even know. I don't even know.
And the announcer said the thing after he missed that I wanted to go to Miami, fly up to Cleveland, and kick him in the nuts, get back on the plane and drive home.
Wow.
And you know what that is?
What did he say?
He was perfect during the preseason.
Oh my God.
I'm like, in the preseason, you get like $1,000 a week.
Jeez.
You don't get your regular check until season starts.
I don't even know, dude. I really don't even know. Look, like at least you got to watch a competitive game. Like that's all I can say. Because I sat down on my couch and I watched the season go up in flames in mere minutes.
Now
it was so bad, Leroy. It was so depressing.
Can I tell you why it was depressing to me?
Yeah,
Like,
let me just do the
go
headlines thingy. Headlines are brought to you by Doral Kia. Doral Kia, home of the Pricito, our lowest price. Visit Doral Kia or DoralKia.com.
Is that little price?
That's little price. That is little price. Very good. The Pricito.
Good job.
Thank you.
You know where I had a friend and he was Latino. His name was Aldwin.
How am I supposed
And
to
he would call his son Alwincito.
How am I supposed to take Cam Newton seriously on Mondays? Look
I
at
don't
him.
know.
Yeah, man. I mean, look, I know I get it. I know you're gonna probably want to play poly perspective on this one because you told me it's just week one. But Leroy, I mean,
No,
it is as depressing and as horrible as any season start, any game. They gave us nothing. They literally gave us nothing.
here's the problem. Okay, and I've alluded to this before the season even started, and I walked you through the various positions. And what I said was, in order to get ready for football, you have to play football. And there was a lot of situations out there where it just looked like the third preseason game.
But okay,
now
respectfully,
I will say this. Of all the things that could go wrong, offensive line, Tua throwing picks, which a lot of it was the timing of it just looked way off, and they're going to put that robber in the middle of the field and lure you into throwing that in cut, and then a safety or a linebacker is going to just jump up in the middle and catch the ball. That they've been dealing with that all.
Yeah, the last 2 years. He feels figured out.
Right.
He feels figured out.
But the thing that was the most disappointing was that defense. The way we talked about what that defense was going to be able to do and how they were going to be able to play and some of the things they were going to be able to do. Now, part of that, and to be somewhat fair but still pissed off about it, part of that is when you're the only unit on the field,
right?
Eventually, it catches up.
Well, that's the thing is yes, the fact that they couldn't get a finger close to Daniel Jones outside a couple times was, I think, a little bit jarring to all of us.
Sure.
And maybe the Colts have a behemoth offensive line. I know they got Quentin Nelson. I know they got some guys,
they got a decent offensive line because they're built. Their whole mindset was we're built to not have to use Daniel Jones.
Right. But the point is, anytime they give the ball back to the offense, it was there for 2 seconds. That is the depressing thing. And then there were even times where, look, the defense came up with that stop, and then there was a special teams thing. It was top to bottom roster, one of the most just terribly played games on all phases. They sucked everywhere. But that offense, dude, Leroy, I mean, the turnovers, the protection, the quarterback, the receivers where they're supposed to be. Leroy, they had to call timeout on a 2-point conversion.
Right.
The coaching. They just seem like we sat here and we tried to paint as much of an optimistic picture as we could for the season. All of the national pundits said this was going to be a terrible team. And we're like, how bad could it be? And it was worse than we could have ever thought. It was worse than they could have ever thought.
Wait, did Indy ever punt?
No. They scored on every drive. They tried to punt once. We ran into them.
Can I listen? I've played on some of the best football teams in the NFL and in college. I played on the team that averaged, at the time, more points than any team in the history of football. And as I think, with what I can actually remember, I can't remember playing a game where they didn't punt.
Yeah, you want to know why?
I'm talking about even when you play the warm-up teams. So Miami versus Bethune. If Miami had gone to Bethune and never punted, you'd be like, it's Bethune.
Right.
Right? They punted. Bethune stopped them a couple of times. Right? Do you know that with a payroll of what, 200 million, 150 million, so wherever it is, around 200 million.
A lot.
With a payroll of 200 million plus, you played a game where the other team never had to punt. I'm talking high school, college, NFL. I have never played a game when I played on some pretty good teams and played against some pretty bad teams. I have never played a game where I played a whole game without having a punt.
Well, that's because it's never happened.
Right. I can't.
It's never happened. This is from ESPN. This is from Stephen Holder, who covers the Colts. A ridiculous stat from our friends at ESPN. The Colts scored on all 7 of their possessions today, becoming the first team since 1977 to accomplish that feat.
Were you born?
I was not. I was not born. I was not going to be born for another 9 years.
Yep. I was 9 years old.
That's insane, dude.
Like, and if you want to know how the game went, if you're a Dolphins fan out there and your friend calls you from wherever and goes, "Woof, what happened?" All you need to say is this: they didn't punt.
Yeah.
They never had to punt. Do you, like, even with penalties, you back yourself up.
Sure.
And you're in a position where you go, let's just not turn the ball over. We'll just punt it.
Well, and again, we should mention, they did try to punt on 4th and 3. They ran into the kicker. First down Colts.
Right.
Which is just, and, oh my God, Leroy, we got to do something about this Chris Grier. We got to do something about him, dude, because wouldn't you know it? Wouldn't you know it? The guy recovering off a torn Achilles is gone in 3 plays with a pec injury. And then we finish off in Austin Jackson, toe injury. And so you're telling me we're going into next week potentially with a backup side of the right offensive sideline
already?
Are you kidding me? And Leroy, cool name. Love you, Storm. But poor Storm Duck. This isn't his fault. It's not your fault, Storm. They made this dude CB1. He got roasty toasty. He got turned into Peking Duck. Is it Peking?
Peking.
He got turned into Peking Duck by Michael Pittman. And then he's hurt too. Like Leroy, it was a nightmare.
Can I just
It was a nightmare. Not only just the bad play, but the injuries. And I wanted to crawl into a corner, suck my thumb, and wake up in February when it's all over.
Right.
That's what a nightmare it was. It was a bleeping, it was a night terror. It wasn't even a nightmare. Waking up in a cold sweat and your significant other looks at you like, all right? No, I'm not okay. You want to know why I'm not okay? Because Daniel Jones looked like Peyton Manning. And Tua
looked like Daniel Jones.
Ah!
So, you know what my biggest pet peeve in all of sports is?
Hmm?
I would never invest or draft very high a player who comes in it with injury problems.
Mm-hmm.
And I said that when Tua was getting drafted.
Fair. You did.
I accepted it.
I told you I didn't care.
You said you didn't care. He'd sit out a year and get healthy. We have done this now with this team on a number of occasions that they sign guys returning from this, returning from that, good player returning from this, returning from that. And I'll be damned if
who'd have thunk it?
You're dealing with that player being hurt. And what I would say to this, what did you expect? If you're going to throw that 30 number at me as to why you won't pay people,
right.
30 years old, as why you won't pay people, then why would you then pay somebody that's hurt? Isn't it the same logic?
I don't understand.
And so we have you have 5 or 6 guys on your roster that you've paid money to that we've heard for the last month, banged up, he'll be ready. 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 Oh, we're being cautious. We're being optimistically cautious, right? And I'll be damned. After the first game of the season, after no training camp, so-and-so's banged up.
Yep. Both receivers already banged up.
You can't, dude, and I've emphasized this all through camp. And I've said to you, you cannot do certain things in football unless you do certain things in football. You can't, like, as far as putting stress on your hammies, you not going to be out there hitting, giggling during camp and then think you're going to play at an NFL level first week of the season, right?
Mm-hmm.
So guess what? Waddle, shoulder, I get it. He got tackled bad. That's a fluke thing.
Yeah, but they get thrown. But those guys get thrown around like rag dolls because they're tiny.
Right.
Tyreek too.
Right.
Tyreek got checked for a concussion.
Yeah.
Like, and you look at, and what do they have? It's not even a good team, but they have a behemoth running down the field, and they got Michael Pittman mossing the ball, and Jonathan Taylor running down our throats, and even and dude, you know what I'm trying to think? Like, Daniel Jones just did that to the Dolphins. What is the boogeyman going to do in 2 weeks? He just came back from 16 with 4 minutes left.
The boogeyman.
What's Papa gonna do?
Yeah.
What's he gonna do? Take a break. If you guys want to get in, 305-567-0560. We'll take some Dolphins calls because I know maybe this could be cathartic for all of us, but I have no good words. I have only a broken heart. 305-567-0560. As you can see, we're for our viewers out there, our regular cameras are messed up in here today. So we have the one shot. So it's going to be hard for me to read the chat. Brittany, if you see any interesting comments and you want to chime in with them today, please do, because I'm not an owl. I can't see that far. But although don't you have field mouse owl vision? Can you see that? Too far? It's too far.
Yeah, too far.
It's too far. So we'll get that. But if you guys want to call, 305-567-0560. Back after this. Michigan, so he can't steal that. Go Big Blue? I don't know.
I think they call themselves Big Blue.
They do call themselves Big. What is his? Did he steal? Does he have a corny saying before they, of course, dump him for Jackson Dart? I will say I watched Cam Ward yesterday. That line ain't the Gaines line for the ACC.
Oh my goodness!
Although I will say
he you know what? If you watched any of that game, you would 100% believe more in Cam Ward because you saw what the struggles were.
Mm-hmm.
And so
when they go to his dad, because he hit a bullet right to Ridley and Ridley dropped it, and his dad was like, no, because they were like, oh, Mr. Ward, very poised for his son being in the NFL for his first game, and then his son puts it right on the money, and then they go to his dad, and he's like, damn it, no.
I don't even care about the Dolphins. I mean, I don't even care about the Titans, and it's like, I was even like, are you kidding me?
That's all I wanted. I was like, give me some.
How many times did we see it this weekend? It's like, in a whole bunch of games, guys couldn't catch.
No,
crazy.
CeeDee Lamb on Thursday night.
CeeDee Lamb.
That. Dude.
Woof.
But you know what? Of all the players,
yep,
CeeDee Lamb was the one to say, I sucked.
Yeah, him and now Derrick Henry. That was, woof.
Yeah.
Derrick Henry was 10 yards a carry.
Yeah.
Can I just tell you, he stiffed on that first touchdown he had.
Mm-hmm.
When he stiff-armed, oh boy, I'm like, he looks like a child.
I can't believe they lost that game. Let's go hear some callers, Leroy. Let's hear from our boy, Handsome Daffy. Hello, Handsome Daffy.
What's up? With the 2026 first-round pick, the Miami Dolphins select, don't even matter. Listen, man, it starts at the top. We got the crypt keeper just writing checks to anybody. General manager needs to go. I'm sorry. Leroy, I understand it's the first game, but a team that bad is not allowed to have a bad first game.
Hey, I didn't even say that.
Are sick of it.
I haven't used that phrase
I'm proud of you, and I'm proud of you.
I haven't used that phrase yet because, look, I'm going to be honest with you. I can understand if you competed and lost, but your overall tenor of the team looks better. That's not what we're talking about.
Mm-mm.
What we are talking about right now is the fact that this isn't even close.
No.
And so while I'm usually, and everybody gets on me, no. I'm usually more positive than fans are because I've been there. But I can't pull anything positive.
Nor should you.
Out of this game.
Nor should you.
I mean, and then look all that money we spent on the D-line, and they did nothing.
They didn't even,
Not a whiff.
I mean,
not a whiff.
Wait, and here's the crazy thing. You make an assumption about a player because of what he did at another place. But in most cases, that talent is still there.
Mm-hmm.
And what I would say about Daniel Jones, and look, the Dolphins didn't help any, right? He just looked like he had some bad coaching.
Perhaps.
Right?
Yeah, perhaps.
Which when you think about it, how many teams, how many organizations have ruined quarterbacks?
Tons.
Right. So, the skill set was there. I didn't think he was going to be that damn good.
Crazy. He carved him up.
We just gave that man an extension. He will get an extension based off that game. That's how bad the Dolphins was.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Thanks, Handsome Daffy. There you go. Let's hear from Eddie. What's up, Eddie? Oh, he's going. Bye, Eddie. Kat, what's going on, Kat?
Tobin!
Hey.
Well, good morning. Good morning, Leroy. Good morning, Brittany. And good morning to everyone. I just, I would like to keep this to a minimum. I've been ridiculed for my stance regarding this team. I've been, to some point, even labeled as a racist for not supporting the general manager. Big old cough, cough. But I'll tolerate all that nonsense because I'm about the logo. And no matter what, we're still going to be here. But at what point in time does the fan base get to start to question players going down yesterday, the quarterback turning the ball over again. And me hearing the past week and a half, this is a must win. Leroy, when someone says it's a must win, Greg Cody, and that prophecy does not come to fruition, what do you think is going to happen after that? Especially on the thin layer of ice that this organization is walking on. What do you think the outcome was going to be today once we lost to a backup quarterback? I'm just curious.
No, people are going to be pissed, rightfully so.
I have every right. You listen. And here's where I come in on this. It's not even about the win or the loss. You didn't even compete.
No, it was an embarrassment.
Right.
You embarrassed yourself.
That's what I have a problem with more than anything. When I say it's week 1, I only say that because I leave, like, you can go and play. So, for example, you still think Baltimore's better than Buffalo?
That has nothing to do with us being in last place right now.
Put them on hold there.
Hold on.
No, I think Baltimore. Baltimore flames out in incredible fashion.
Right,
I don't know what they're
but we
dealing
still think they're a better football. What I'm saying is that sometimes you can play a game and not win the game, but you look good.
For sure.
And I was leaving room open for that. But
everybody in the NFL outside of the Dolphins, the Panthers, and the Giants played competitive games yesterday.
Right.
The Dolphins were by far the worst. By far. And at least
we're saying that about Carolina.
Yes.
About who else? Anybody think Vegas was going to be any good? They won.
Mm-hmm.
The only team that should feel worse than the Dolphins is the New England, because they had proclaimed they were going to compete for the division.
Yeah, but you know what? At least that's a first-year coach. That's a young team. It's a third-year quarterback.
Coach in New England.
First-year coach in New England.
Not a first year.
I understand, but still, like, there's no way there's no way that's nobody should feel worse than the Dolphins.
Right.
And I don't even know if you're Stephen Ross, other than just being old and not caring anymore. I don't know how you don't want to fire somebody after that, even if it's the water boy. Just you, like, that's a classic Vlad streets need a body game. Like, that's how bad that was. I'm sorry, Kat, you can finish your point, buddy, if you're done. I don't know if he's around.
I'm just curious, man. At this point in time, we're trying to figure out if Garfinkel put this roster together, scouted the players and drafted the players and picked the coaches. When is the general manager going to be held accountable at some point? I'm just curious.
No, I don't. And that's the thing that I'm scared about is I don't think that he is, because I feel like he's already laying the groundwork to put this all on Mike.
Insanity if you let this happen again. You know this, right, Tobin?
Of course, but I don't. But dude, he survived in this organization for 20 years.
And you're content with that. You're making it seem like they're going to get a free pass, and you're content with that.
I mean, it's not contention; it's just reality. Like if he's
reality, you think that should be our reality?
I do think that is what your reality is. It doesn't matter if I want it or not. Your reality is going to be if a guy's been around for no. Hold on. If a guy's going to be around for 20 years, Cap,
we deserve better. You're trying to force feed something that's not working.
Who's we? We didn't hire him.
We didn't hire him.
You guys wanted the quarterback paid.
That's true. I did want the quarterback paid.
Yeah, absolutely.
But you're deflecting. That's not what you just argued.
That's not what you just.
You're lashing out now, Cap.
All right, I'm lashing out a little bit.
All right, we'll talk to you later. Talk to you later. We'll get one more here. Mike, what's going on, Mike? Mike, you there?
This is Tim.
Oh, hey, Tim.
Hey, Brendan.
How are you, buddy?
Good. Can we talk about some winners, though, like the Seminoles and the Hurricanes, and get this garbage out of here?
I mean, we can if you want to. I mean, but can we also laugh at the Gators because they lost a game because somebody spit on somebody?
We'll throw the Bulls in there, too. We'll talk about the winning teams in Florida.
Is that crazy? Like, dude, like,
of all weeks to spit on somebody, you know that didn't go well for the NFL.
Right. Like, well, wait, first of all, what kind of unmanly thing you doing spitting on somebody?
It's so gross.
This is like the lowest level of manhood there is.
Yep.
Besides sucker punching somebody.
Felt like the Dolphins got sucker punched yesterday.
No, they didn't.
Just what? You know what the Dolphins did? Feel like they walked right into the middle of the ring, stuck their chin out, and they got uppercutted to hell.
No, they got Masvidal.
Yep.
I just.
Which one? When he got knocked out or when he did the flying knee?
I don't know. He's always part of it. Flying knee. My whole problem with all this is I was trying to be positive, but the whole time I was uneasy. I was uneasy because of what I was seeing in training camp. And I was trying to, look, if they're like this and they do this and whatever, and I'll be damned if we start throwing them little, 3-yard lost passes again.
Yep.
Well,
you got to get comfortable. You got to get them in a rhythm. You got to get them comfortable.
No, you don't. That's not a rhythm, dude. Because I'm telling you, a lot of teams in the NFL do that, and they get real close to look like they're getting ready to get picked.
Champion boxer Mike Tyson. He is bringing his Return of the Mike show to the Seminole Hard Rock Hotel and Casino in Hollywood this December. Stories and more from Iron Mike. And we got your chance to win tickets. Just text the word Mike, M-I-K-E, Mike to 20357. Text Mike to 20357. For more information, go to WQAM.com. It's a text contest. Message and data rates may apply. Don't text and drive. Tickets are also available for purchase at casino.hardrock.com/Hollywood/events. Take a break. Back after this. have a Pro Bowl Miami football player come and visit an elementary school of your choice. And those kids can be ruthless, so be careful. It could happen. It's WQM's MVP experience with the Dolphins' Zach Sealer. He's on board to speak at a school. Go to WQM.com. Enter an elementary school in Broward today now for your chance to get a visit from Zach Sealer, where he'll speak to students and more. For contest rules, go to WQM.com. Zach, what happened? How come you guys couldn't tackle Daniel Jones? He's going to immediately regret this decision. Oof. That's going to be him. That's going to be him.
It's just so, so just disappointing. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I would say so. Mike called back. Hello, Mike.
Hey, guys. How are you?
Been better.
Very disappointed.
What's
I
up?
tell you, I think for what it's worth as a lifelong Miami resident and fan, I've never seen the culture this bad for a Dolphins organization. To hear Tua say what he said about let's see who shows up on Tuesday. You think Marino would have said that? I mean, what about Coach? You think Coach Flores would have let Cheetah stay on the team after he quit? You think Shula? Hell, Crazy Eyes, Gase would have kicked him off the team, but we indulge.
Gase loved kicking.
And so now we're sitting on a group of entitled football players. Not surprised, so disappointed.
I was not pleased with Tua's post-game press conference yesterday. I did not think that he handled himself well. I thought that he got very much in his feelings when Omar asked him about turnovers.
Exactly.
I was like, hey, man, you threw some stinkers. And Omar's right. The last couple, especially recently, he's not only he hasn't let, because I will say early into his career, he usually, when he threw an interception, he usually came right back and had something to respond with it.
Exactly.
But lately, it's like it's unraveled. It's unraveled into a bad way. And so I think for him to get in his feelings about that was not a great look for him.
I think part of the problem is, and I don't know if you can sense it, but I can. It's almost like he's frustrated with some of the people he works with.
Tua?
Yeah.
Well,
because keep in mind, and this offense is one of the few offenses there is that puts a high demand on being where you're supposed to be.
Sure.
We saw a lot timing and all that, right? And there was a couple of times where it just seemed like it's not quite there, right? And I said it before, I don't want to go into the second or third week of the season where they're still trying to work stuff out. You got to work that stuff out in camp.
Mm-hmm.
And no, we'll be fine. He's been in the offense for 3, but last year ain't this year. Like, it's a fine tuning. You got to fine tune it every year. And it just looks like there were a lot of assumptions made about this basic concept. Don't worry, he'll get up to speed when the season starts. And there's a lot of guys who didn't play a whole lot of football on this team in camp that don't look good now. Okay,
but I will say Tua played football in the preseason more than he has.
He did.
He got sacked by Jaguar G Leaguers yesterday in the preseason. So that was a bad sign.
Maybe that was an indication of what was in front of him.
Yeah, maybe. But then, I just think that at this point you're in year 6. Like, okay, you can't get everybody up to speed with guys that you've been active with.
It's not. See,
I can just feel like
it's not getting up to speed. Okay, everybody knows what the play is. Everybody knows what to run in certain situations.
Mm-hmm.
But when you watch football, you ever watch like a situation of, oh, this guy knew when to stop in this gap. Oh, he kept running. Oh, he knew how to hook it up right. Like little nuances of it. You pick those up with repetition, right? And it just didn't look like it was there. Now, granted, he threw some stinkers. Like one ball he threw over everybody, right? I understand that. I'm not and I'm not trying to soften the blow on Tua. I'm really not. But I'm just saying is that everybody, if it's a bad throw, it's a bad throw. But there was a lot of times where guys weren't in the windows they should have been in soon enough. It looked very clumsy.
I get you, but I think that's the thing that's frustrating about this offense that feels like it's broken. Is like it feels like everything has to be so picture perfect on
right.
And things don't always go that way.
Right.
And it's like, if it doesn't, it's not like it just ends in a missed throw, Leroy. It ends in disaster.
Correct. Yeah.
Rick, what's going on, man?
Hey.
Hello.
What's up?
You tell me.
Hey, this is actually, I don't want to use the social media because I don't know if you can. Can I use the social media name?
You can do whatever you want, buddy.
Okay, Twitter. This is actually Radiohead 68. I'm trying to change my name line. I got a lot of accounts. Fin fan, not a dumb, blah, 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 blank fan.
Okay.
So I've been bashing this franchise for 30 years, dude, ever since the 62-7 debacle. I'm 56. And you can call out everybody. I think when do you start calling out the fans? I mean, I got rid of my season tickets after that game, and I can go to every game I want because I got connections. But when do you start calling out the fans who pay to go see this crap? I mean, if your favorite band, let's just say, is Guns N' Roses, and Axl Rose throws up on the stage every night, are you going to go see the fans?
I mean, you got to go 50-50 because he might play his hits, you know? This one's becoming too regular but I get you. This is becoming too regular that he's going to not show up.
Like every year. But watch, let's say the Dolphins win this year. You're going to have all the fans. I mean, nothing's going on with this team until they get rid of Grier. I mean, I've been wanting to clean house for years now. I'll hang up here. You got to say, but who would you guys recommend? I'm thinking Chucky. And, would you say Chucky as a head coach? I'll hang up.
John Gruden? No, I would not recommend it. I saw that yesterday, too. Everybody's into John Gruden. You guys are getting fooled just because he does fun podcasts that he's a good coach still.
You got to be owners and franchises sometimes fall for the successful coach, but he comes in with a level of arrogance that nobody wants to deal with.
You know who you should hire?
Who?
Fangs.
He had his chance.
He wasn't the head coach.
He had a chance to be head coach.
Come on. It was COVID.
He was COVID.
That's what he said. He said it was COVID.
I just think that you're going for a name that, a guy has had success in the past.
It's a long time ago.
Right. Well, yeah, I tell you that all the time. And
that was a really long time ago, though.
Okay.
That was a really long time ago.
I got you.
What do we got? One more. Brittany, here's Chicky. What's up, Chicky?
Hey, what's up, fellas? Man, people are going to say 8 months off season, you had all the time to prepare for this game. This is what you put out. The thing that stinks the most to me is they didn't even have an opportunity to show what their identity was going to be for the game, or even their game plan, because when you start off, your first drive's an interception, then your second drive's a strip sack fumble, then you start the second quarter, Indy already has 12 plus minutes of possession, so you're 228, and you're down 2 scores. I mean, we all know this team, like McDaniel, when they're Alice in Chains down in a hole, they just can't come back. So it's I don't even know who they wanted to be because you just never got the opportunity, just because from poor play, from QB1, the guys, he couldn't even see that shade of Indy blue. Every time he threw an interception, it was into a sea of blue, he didn't see the guys there. I get it. It's timing. It was off. I'll chalk it up to the one game thing, but it's if they don't clean that up in week 2, and then we know who's coming in week 3, it's man, it just sucks to have that feeling that it's a wash already, one game in, even though I got to stay positive and know that it's not.
I appreciate you, Chicky. We'll take
I like the way he's
trying.
Put it out. Well, yeah, he put it out there. That kind of sounds like something that I would do, how I would approach it, but I'm too mad. I'm too mad at listening to all of the nonsense of what we're going to be and how we're going to do it and whatever. And the fact of the matter is that the run game wasn't terrible, but you got so far behind that you really couldn't.
Didn't matter.
Yeah, you couldn't control the clock like you wanted to.
At least Ollie Gordon converted a third and a short. We had that.
And, dude.
What?
Let me tell you something.
Don't look at me like that.
Mike McDaniel. Let me look over at the screen over here. Dude, why is one of your stars on your team Alec Ingold?
Bro.
I'm tired of him running routes.
Please.
Getting the rock.
Preach.
Why in the hell does he get more carries than the other guys?
Enough of Alec Ingold.
The ball. I like Alec. Not like that. Not like that. That dude is like the star of the offense. Why?
Enough of Alec Ingold. He's not Jonnu Smith.
What are we
Stop
doing?
it.
What are we doing? I'm like, we really throwing him on the flat and like
I couldn't believe it.
On 3rd and 12, and he's gonna make somebody miss and get 12 yards. I like him.
Why is he running that far?
He's a fullback. Why is he running a fade? Did I see him run a fade route or something like that? I'm like, what the hell is going on?
Take a break. Hour Tua is next. Dolphins quarterback. Chris Sims can still go to hell, but maybe he had some points. Tua, Dolphins quarterback. Dolphins quarterback. People really want me to cancel Hour Tua. They really want me to get rid of it. I may have a hearing this week about suspending it.
Here's what I would say.
I'm all here for it.
Here's what I would say. We can't give Tua more time than he's given us.
True.
We can't dedicate a whole hour to him when he's dedicated like 12 seconds of a football game to us.
That was so bad yesterday. It was so bad. And I didn't love how he approached the game, and I get it. People are mad. I got more tweets about canceling Hour Tua than I think anything yesterday. So I don't want it. I don't want it ever.
Tua.
I don't want sad Tua. I don't want anything.
I'm not gonna lie, I'm all here. I was literally thinking watching the game. I was like, I'm not excited for Hour Tua. I don't want to.
You didn't want to press the button?
I didn't even want to press the button. He makes me so upset.
So should we suspend it? Does he?
I'm not.
I mean, we could suspend him for conduct detrimental to the fans. We could lay this down like a commissioner. Because I don't want to upset people, especially, going back to Pepe Hour Tua, and I can't believe the 3-minute open every single time. That's just inefficient. So we might have to have a show hearing about this. I don't know.
I kind of agree. Yeah.
Maybe
until he proves himself again. He's on probation.
Maybe. Yeah. Maybe that's it. I don't know. I'm not ready to have a ruling yet, but I think we need to have a hearing about it. I think that needs to happen. Headlines are brought to you by Doral Kia. Doral Kia, home of the Pricito. Our lowest price. Visit us at Doral Kia or at DoralKia.com. So your final score yesterday, 33-8.
I mean, you almost gave up the most points scored in the NFL this weekend.
Yeah, and the one that you didn't, at least it was a shootout.
Right.
Right. Like Baltimore, Buffalo, and Pittsburgh. Surprisingly, Pittsburgh and the Jets.
Wow. That was a good game.
What a game.
Oh, what a game.
Your boy looked good.
Yeah.
He looked good.
Yeah, I didn't even, hey, I can't game.
He kept some petty in his pocket afterwards.
Oh, yeah. I don't blame him. I don't blame him at all. No, nothing wrong with having a little petty.
Speaking of upset.
But guess what? It's a long season. And he's still over 40.
That's the beauty of it.
Right. Because guess what? The Browns have one of those guys too.
Old Flacco.
And old Flacco going to give
that one wasn't on him at the end, though. I felt bad for him. That wasn't on him. Because I looked at the box score first. I was like, oh, man, Flacco. I was like, oh, that wasn't on him.
It wasn't. Like, but can somebody tell me there is a epidemic in the NFL? And that is wide receivers that mysteriously can't catch.
It's crazy.
And it's not just this team, but it started on Thursday and it has continued through this weekend. Now, I don't know what the problem is, but you used to watch football and the one thing you could count on was your star receivers making great catches.
For sure.
But definitely catching the bunnies.
Mm-hmm.
Every now and then you might see one. I've never seen more top guys drop balls than I've seen this week. It's crazy.
Tell you who doesn't drop balls? CJ Daniels. That guy on the Canes is good. Wow. He got hands, dude.
Yep.
Hands.
Was it Malachi Tony?
Yep.
And who's that? Tyler Warren? Oh.
For Colts?
Yeah.
Could have had him.
Like, dude. And Loveland went before him. And I'm like, how?
Pressure on him tonight.
How?
Here's some tweets. Shannon Sharp. Tua keeps playing like this, he'll get himself benched and his head coach fired.
Oh, no, don't worry.
Dan Orlovsky, who's usually like just very chipper about everything. Dan Orlovsky watches football and hands out lollipops. Dan Orlovsky, the Dolphins tape is a mess. Both sides of the ball. Total mess. Terron Armstead. Dolphins clearly got their ass whooped today, but I'm not going to bash them after week 1. I'm going to watch the film and give you a real and honest assessment of what happened. Well, let me tell you something, Terron Armstead.
You don't have to.
Let me tell you something.
I already did.
I'm going to hold you to that because I'm going to tune in and I'm going to be like David Beckham to Posh. Be honest, Terron. Be honest. But then the man who, first of all, we broke Hootie's heart. Okay. He was upset. I saw that on Twitter. And the man I was most upset for was our favorite follow on Twitter, Larry Csonka. And Larry Csonka, he tweets out at the end of yesterday's game, unprepared, uninspired, unacceptable.
I would say this, that sometimes when we give adjectives to describe a football game, sometimes we use words that sound good, but I
forgot something though.
What?
Hashtag MIA versus IND.
Oh yeah.
Hashtag fins up. Hashtag unfiltered.
Yeah.
That's how you know Zonk's giving a take.
But I would say this. It's easy to say the losing team was unprepared and the winning team was well prepared, right?
Would you say it was uninspired?
Yeah.
Yeah, it was uninspired.
There was nobody that made a play that even like required DAP. Right?
The only one that I would say was I felt like it was a frustration play, was the A-Chain touchdown. He was like, I'm getting in this end zone.
Oh yeah.
I'm getting in
Yeah,
this
but
end
that's
zone.
what I'm saying. A-Chan, I think if you would have had more time with the football, you could have established the run and kept a lot of that heat off of Tua. But the fact that you had the ball for 2 minutes in the first quarter and you're already down 2 scores, now the game is dictating what you do.
Right.
You don't dictate the game. And that gets a lot of teams in trouble, especially if you're not built that way.
Yeah, these were the halftime numbers.
Did they even have the ball for half a quarter?
In the first half?
Yeah.
They had it for 8 minutes.
Right. So
8
half
minutes.
minutes is 7.5. So yeah, a half a quarter in a half. When I see that, I'm thinking of here's a series of things.
Mm-hmm.
This is how you can look at these numbers and tell what's going on without even watching the game. First thing I would check is the score. They were down.
Yep.
Okay, so I can eliminate the big plays. Sometimes you have a bunch of big plays. You don't have the ball long, but you're scoring a bunch of points.
Okay.
You eliminate that. Turnovers, because you've actually had series, but you turn the ball over. Check, had turnovers, right? And then you look at the other team and look at what their sustained drives were. And so you're getting it from all ends. You had the turnovers, you had the long drives, you had just, a combination of everything that makes you only have the ball 7.5 minutes.
The Judon
8 minutes in the first half.
The Judon penalty on the punter was that to me was like the backbreaker because
of new guy.
I know, new guy and a veteran, but they did make the point. They're like, when's the last time he's been on special teams? And it was a good, he hadn't had a special teams tackle since 2017.
Right.
But that to me, I felt like, oh, the defense finally they got a quick drive. They weren't getting picked apart. Penalty.
Right.
Brutal. Is Alex still there, Brittany? Let's go to Alex. What's going on, Alex?
Hey, good morning, guys. Thank you for taking my call.
No problem.
I just have a question and a thought. Usually in the NFL, these franchises, how long do they usually take to decide is the quarterback the guy or is he not the guy? Because with Tannehill, they waited 7 years. Now with Tua, 6 years. It seems like the Dolphins wait more than other franchises. I'm just gonna hang up and listen to you guys.
All right. Yeah.
No, I'll tell you, like it works in relationships. Your relationship is only as good as your options, right? That's what people say.
Mm-hmm.
I think when you look at the skill set and look at what Tua does, okay, he does separate himself with his accuracy and his ability to throw the football. Now, let's just say, all right, I'm saying this while knowing that he threw up a stinker.
Yeah, at his best.
Right.
Which we haven't seen in a while.
Right. And so from that standpoint, everybody wants to get rid of their guy, but without having a solution for a different guy. And then you throw all these names out. Oh, he would definitely be better. No, it's not. So as a franchise or organization, you're looking out there and going, okay, if we don't stay with the guy we have, what are our options?
Right. I think the problem with Tua, and this is what happens, is like, look, you have to make the decision on paying a guy, which, by the way, I was for paying Tua, so I don't want to run from that. And by the way, I was very happy for Tua last year. I was at the press conference when he got his bag and his kids were there. It was a great moment for him. I felt good for him. There was a lot of defiance in his getting his contract last year because he kind of took the victory lap, stepping on Brian Flores afterwards. But I got it because he had a lot of dirt kicked on him in his career, you know. But it hasn't gone great at all. It's gone nightmarishly bad since paying him. And the problem when you pay a quarterback, and this is why there's so much attention on it, is because they make so much money. Now I got to buy now I got to pay a lineman coming off a torn Achilles to protect you.
That's and so here's the other thing. If you know what you have, right? Like there are a lot of people who know exactly what Tua is. That means that, you know what? If you know he's fragile, you know he's been banged up a lot or whatever, then I need to invest and put some resources into protecting him and having a game plan that will allow him to be effective. And when you look at the last couple of years and what the offensive line has been the last couple of years, I don't think your answer could be a dude coming off Achilles.
It's crazy.
And so from that standpoint, it's a lot of things that come into play. Like, okay, when was the last time we saw? I can't think of the last game where 5 starters played the whole game. You know how crazy that is?
We talked about this on Game Day and Sensor yesterday. I don't know if you were listening. It was when we were asking, what's the over-under? And my dumb ass said, what's the over-under of 5 games of all 5 linemen playing? And I, like a dummy, I said, I think I'm going to give it 14 games. I didn't get 14 minutes.
You didn't get 14 plays.
I didn't get 14 plays. I am a horse's ass.
But so if there's ever one thing that I would correct about how this thing was done, it would be if I have an offensive line to protect my quarterback, I can run the ball more, I can protect my quarterback more, and get the most out of him. There hasn't been a year where he hasn't run for his life. You see what I mean? And now
he didn't have time to run for his life yesterday.
Defense
on the sacks. Like Lou, let me tell you something. That Lou Anarumo, he dials it up.
And oh my goodness,
he dials it up.
Like, oh my goodness, they, especially when there was blood in the water, turned it up. But again, if you see what happened in Jacksonville, and you see, they had problems with the, then guess what? All the coaches in the league are looking at that, just like I told you about the robber in the middle of the field. It's either going to be a linebacker or a safety coming down. They're looking up that crossing route, and they're stepping in front of it.
What the hell was that celebration that Cameron Bynum did yesterday?
I don't know.
What
But
the
it looked
hell was he
crazy.
doing? He looked like
It
a
spider.
Like
It
a
was
spider. He
ridiculous.
was flopping like a fish. Somebody sent me the TikTok, but it didn't explain anything
No, it
to
doesn't
me.
make any sense.
I don't understand.
I'm young and I have no idea.
It
what
looked
he was
like the
doing.
reverse worm.
Yeah, I don't.
Oh, he was on all four.
I know. I was
And
like,
the
what
worm
is
is like-
the worm is the
I
belly.
saw someone say if I hit through an interception and someone hit that celly on me, I would punch them in the face.
Well, yeah, would it
I
be
was like,
look,
fair.
if you would have punched him in the face, it would have been the most physical thing your team has done all day.
Seriously.
I mean, he'd get him suspended. It'd probably be nice.
Oh man, this
So
is brutal.
The whole problem, the problem with all of this is that at some point you have to be good or bad.
Mhm.
Be honest with what you have and work accordingly. And do something to get the best out of what you have. And the only way you can get the best out of Tua and the best out of your run game is to, not only be more physical, but just be better. And like, we haven't even made it through a half of football and you already on backup lineman. And let me tell you, if you had questions about the starters, let me introduce you to backup lineman. What's his name? Doesn't matter. Any one of them.
Just put on the back of his jersey, backup lineman.
Backup lineman.
It's a Monday Rewind brought to you by Chevrolet. It's Chevy Truck Month, and it's time to see why Chevy is America's most dependable lineup of trucks. Chevrolet, together, let's drive. Back after this.
104.3 FM, WQAM, Miami Sports Leader. It's another Monday Rewind.
One up, one down. Split victory.
right, welcome back, everybody. We still got callers, Brittany. I want to get through them because they've been hanging on patiently. Who do we got? We got Smitty, Abel, and Charles. All right, let's not. You guys try and be quick. Let's go Smitty first. Hello, Smitty. Smitty!
What's up, my brother? How you doing?
I'm good, Smitty. How are you?
Let's just leave it at that.
Fair enough.
And no Hour Tua no more.
You know,
there's my vote.
Okay. And Smitty's an OG, and I respect it because Smitty has been a loyal listener for a long time. I think this is what I'm going to do, Leroy, and this is probably the wrong day to do
it. Are you going to put 2 Hour in the corner? Give it a timeout?
Should I put it up to, is it even worth putting up to a Twitter vote, or it's just not? No.
Overwhelm on Twitter, you're going to get an overwhelming.
All you're going to do is make Tua look bad.
So what if I put Hour Tua ? Cancel it, suspend it, ride till the wheels fall off.
It'll be canceled.
I don't think canceled. I don't think we should cancel it.
Suspend it though, for sure.
If he has a great game this week, we're all gonna be like, wee woo. So we have memories.
Save that drop.
Tell if I was at Universal or
I had none of that yesterday during the game.
Let's be honest, we are going to do it. Hey. So I say we suspend. He's on probation.
I didn't even make it through my first dose of chicken wings.
All right. I think I will come to a final decision before the end of the show. I will mull over and I will take anybody who wants to call and give their takes. I can't see the chat, but I'm sure they're telling me to get rid of it too. What are they saying in the chat?
They're overwhelmingly telling you to get rid of it.
What about Dade South? What is Dade South saying?
Dave South, what do you think? More like P. Fair. He hasn't said anything about Hour Tua. Let's see what he says.
Let's hear from Abel. Hello, Abel. Abel, hello.
Hi, what's going on? How you guys doing today?
Good. Yeah. I mean, we've been better.
Bro,
we lose him?
And it's extremely.
Oh, did he? Is he?
I think he's in the tunnel.
Last week. So I'm on paternity leave. My wife can only do so much of my takes, right?
Yeah.
I have no time. But I'm going to tell you the thing that frustrates me the most, and it's just beyond frustrating. When I have to listen to Mike McDaniels after the post-game conference talking about, we weren't ready for this team. There are some things we got to clean up. That's a bunch of nonsense. You are going into your first season as an NFL head coach, and you're telling me right now that you're thinking of how you're going to be better. You're going to meet up with the team captains to kind of go. You had a whole training camp to get ready for this.
No.
It's unbelievable.
Abel, to be fair, he said there were a lot of bells and whistles with week 1.
I don't care about bells and whistles. I don't care about none of that. We allowed a team that had something that hadn't been done since 1977. They scored on every single possession.
Yep.
That defensive line could not touch Daniel Jones. We made him look like Peyton Manning back in 2005. It's unbelievable. And the fact that this team just played like they just did not care after an offseason of everybody, Pete Prisco, every single reporter, Orlovsky, talking about how this team was going to be the 28th worst team in the NFL. And you play with no pride, no heart, and you got embarrassed. And the season, it's already over. Shame on Mike McDaniels, and don't even get me started on the worst. I thought Jeff Ireland was the worst Dolphins GM of all time. Chris Grier has taken the spot.
Wow.
The worst general manager, not Larry Byfeld, not all the bozos that we have with the Panthers. Definitely nobody is worse than Chris Grier. He is already number 1 in my top 4 rankings of the worst GMs in South Florida sports history. Oh, and one more thing, Tobin. Please, let's not forget and give some love to Danny Rubinowitz, USF Bulls going into the swamp, getting that dub. How about them Gators?
Jeez, that was really. And congrats on the baby.
Yes.
Congrats on the baby.
So, I got to tell you.
That was good.
That was good.
That was good.
But look.
You imagine being
here. Let me get through this.
Okay. I'm sorry.
Because there's a couple of things that happen that I can't fathom. Okay. As a coach, there's certain things you can never say. Right?
Mm-hmm.
And I'm going to use boxing as a reference.
Okay. Big fight this week.
You ever seen the skit? I got the best jab in the business, and then he get knocked out and say, "What happened? I thought that I had the best jab in the business, and then I threw my jab. I hit me with an overhand right and knocked me out." Right?
Yep.
But like you go into it with a game plan, and you're prepared, and you work on that. And sometimes it doesn't work, but you do have a plan. At no point in time should you ever hear a fighter or anybody say, "Wow, he threw some stuff at me I wasn't ready for."
Sure.
Especially because let me tell you how camp works. Camp, you practice for all those days, but every period you will throw one formation or nuance in for the first week of the season. So while you're playing these preseason games and just working on fundamentals, while you're doing things a certain way, practicing against all these other teams, when you have your individual drills, you might throw in one or two plays that you're preparing and getting a look at for the season. Then you have 2 weeks. You have 2 weeks before the first game now, and you barely play. So I'm trying to figure out, like, the words unprepared or nuance or bells and whistles or whatever. These things should not ever come out of your mouth because it's your responsibility, right? It's your.
Well, he gave us the old surrender cobra yesterday after they had the penalty on the 2-point conversion.
Like,
oh, great.
So
that's going to be memed forever.
I
get it.
I'm more frustrated with they look like a team that didn't do anything in camp.
Yeah.
And I kept saying stuff about it.
But they told us that this was the best camp ever. And they told us that
because nobody did anything, so everybody was fresh.
They went on joint practices.
Dude, let me tell you something. Let me tell you a little secret. You know why I used to love joint practices?
No.
Because you run 2 plays and you're done for the whole damn day.
What?
Yeah.
What?
You ain't running. So if it's 9-on-7, Robert will get 2, I get 2. Young guys, finish that off. So you practice less. Whereas if it's regular practice and you got 10 plays of 9-on-7, Robert get 5, I get 5.
But they went bowling.
Yeah, because they were fresh. Dude, I had camps say, "Hey, you want to go to the little local pub?" No, I'm exhausted. 2-a-days, right? No, dude, there's certain things you have to do to get ready for football. Otherwise, guess when you're going to do them? Week 1, week 2. Like, you know what? Chubb was tackling somebody.
Bro.
But not the right guy.
We saw this clip during the break because I didn't even notice this during the game. He tackled a lineman from the side.
Like, and wait, did he not do the ball chop? He did the ball chop like it was the ball carrier.
How about when Chop Robinson got called for offsides and fell right on his tush? I was like, no.
Dude, let me tell you something. A lot of defenses will teach these things. If you jump off sides, keep going. The last thing you want to do is take yourself out of a play and then give up a bomb.
Yep.
So just keep going. Go touch somebody.
Charles, what do you got for us, buddy? You've been holding patient.
He's gone.
He's gone? All right, cool. Well, you know what? I don't have time for another caller anyway. We do have time to get to Leroy's game balls and game bums next. Return of the Mike Show to the Seminole Hard Rock Hotel and Casino in Hollywood this December. Stories and more from Iron Mike. We got your chance to win tickets. Just text the word Mike, M-I-K-E, to 20357. Text Mike to 20357. For more info, go to WQM.com. It's a text contest. Message and data rates may apply. Don't text and drive. Tickets are also available for purchase at casino.hardrock.com/Hollywood/events. And we got that coming your way. Big fight this weekend for all our fight fans out there. Canelo versus Crawford. Get to it another day. Obviously, I got so many things from the weekend I do want to get to. But we must, task at hand, get to Leroy's game balls and game bums.
Bum, 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 bum.
Hold on. Big open.
This guy's a ball.
What do you got for us today, Leroy?
All right, so I got 2 game balls I'm handing out today. One is to USF, beat 2 ranked teams in the first 2 weeks.
Very impressive.
I think being double-digit underdogs in both of them.
That sounds right.
I mean, just playing really good.
Who would have thought that would have been the tougher game over the next 2 weeks?
Right. Who would have thought? Alcaraz won the U.S. Open.
He's good.
He beat Sinner. He's really good.
Sabalenka won too, right?
Sabalenka won. Right. She beat somebody who lives in Florida.
She's been on a tear since being a sore loser to Coco Gauff.
Right. Isn't that right? Really?
She's been killing it. I mean, I know she's been awesome anyway. I'm just saying.
She is number 1.
No, I know she's number 1, but
Right.
I'm saying, didn't she win both majors, I think, since she lost to Coco? I think she did.
I think so.
I don't even follow tennis.
A good return for Osaka.
Yep.
She took some time off. Remember, she was like just non-committal about tennis.
Yeah. She burnout.
Yeah. She got a little bit of that. She lost to the finalists. So good to see her back.
Very much so. Very much so.
My game bum.
Buckle up, ladies and gentlemen.
And I'm going to hand it to the 2 people I feel are most responsible for this reason. Because the result is what's on the field. But there's issues before you even get to game day. And I would say first game bum is going to go to Chris Grier. I don't know what your infatuation is with broke down players that think, oh, he's 100%, he's going to come back, he's going to go back. Meanwhile, it's the same team that talks about not paying players when they get older in age, right? So it becomes a cost-effective thing. It's not even about how old the guy is or whatever. And that drives me crazy. It drives me crazy when you know how do you give a guy 60 million, 55, 60 million a year and then spend $2 million to protect him?
It's crazy.
It makes no sense.
And not only that, but like to have the day they had yesterday, just to add insult to injury, you had the Steelers and that game ended Jonnu's touchdown and then ends with just a huge hit from Jalen Ramsey to end the game.
Right.
And you're just like, all right, that one great.
Right.
Even on like the Bengals had Noah Fant. He had a great game.
Yep.
And the Dolphins had him in for a visit, and they chose Darren Waller.
Right. But that's like, it just, why? Right. So I'm going to go there. Then, and I've been a fan of Mike McDaniel. I'm still a fan of him because I think he's a good football coach. But I'm going to say, dude, less is more. Just don't say nothing. Just say, we sucked. We weren't very good. You don't have to explain why. There is no explanation that you can give people.
Let's listen to his explanation. Let's listen to it.
Dude.
You got him, Brittany? Can we get Mike McDaniel?
All right, speaking of game bum.
Because this was, I mean, it really was. Like,
don't say nothing.
I just want him to stop. But, like, he can't.
Like, do the Belichick.
Yeah.
We weren't really good coaching.
Yeah.
We weren't very good on offense, on defense. Why do that?
Here's the, here he is.
Yeah, I think in the National Football League, when you're -3 plus turnover on downs, you run into the kicker, you across the board, that's not a formula. And so that formula is for failure and nothing else. And I think, there was a lot of preparation for week one, and I don't think it looked it. What does that mean? That means that guys let week one and the bells and whistles of the season starting get the best of them. My job is to prevent that. I did my best, not good enough. So you have 2 games in 11 days, and that's what you do with it. The National Football League teaches tough lessons. I think we're a much better team than we played today, or than we displayed today, but that doesn't matter either. You have to play good football. So when you play bad football, you have 20 minutes less of time of possession. You don't take the ball away. You don't put them in the offense in negative situations. You don't take care of the ball. That's what -3 is. Young team having to learn some very hard lessons, and that's what the league's about. It's you.
Can we stop?
It's all about the ebbs and flows. You can't overcook a
no
success,
ebb.
and you
There
can't
was no
overcook a
flow.
failure.
Just
You
ass
have to
kicking.
Continue to
Where's the ebb?
learn
Where's
from
the
things and
flow?
look at the tape, and it will be a very, very critical day tomorrow to be accountable, so that we can with absolute certainty learn from it. Otherwise, you just sit in this, and
You're sitting in it already.
and I don't think that's an option. So we got 2 games in 11 days, no time to sulk. But yes, it was not the way I think our team wanted things to go for sure, and they got some strong humility today.
Oh yeah, strong humiliation is what they got today. By the way, what was longer, his opening statement or the Dolphins' first 2 drives?
It might have been his opening. It was 2:15.
You can't overcook success, and you can't overcook a failure. Jesus.
Ladies and gentlemen, my game bum.
Bum.
And
Bum.
I would have appreciated. You know what? He should have went all Bill Belichick and left it at that. I'm disappointed.
Then I would have known
This
he's
was
really
terrible.
mad.
Right.
Like, oh, out of character.
Right. Exactly. But when you stay like, somebody need to lose their mind in the locker room. I'm gonna just say that. Right. And it can't be just anybody. First of all, it can't be Tyreek. Okay. Somebody needs to lose.
He was losing his mind 3 plays into the game. He was already losing his mind,
which might be a whole nother problem.
Yeah.
Somebody need a guy needs to go out of character and lose their mind so that people understand the importance and the sense of urgency in what they're doing.
Should they just call up Patrick Mahomes, call up the Chiefs today? Like, they lost Worthy, just like,
yeah,
just call them up today. Let's get it over with.
Yeah.
We all know what's going to happen.
Right. Because I got to tell you what, Washington was not bad. Like, he looks like he can be an NFL player. He looks like he can be a consistent one. So and how can I put this without offending either guy? Because I think they're really good. I think Tyreek's good. I think Waddle's good. But every time you get dish ragged because you're little and you end up in the blue tent, what do we do about that?
Dude, and it's like, it's so simple. I know it's been pointed out, but it's like, it keeps coming up because I watched yesterday and I watched that Frankenstein monster tight end.
Oh my goodness.
Just do whatever he wanted to. And you had to love the first play that the first fourth and 1, they give it to him.
Wait, they ran? He does everything. Everything. Guess what? He does all the things that Mike McDaniel has done with his tight end in years past.
And meanwhile,
but your answer was, now they got a good pick. So
we hope.
But
it's a nightmare. It's like, it's one of those first things. It's like, oh, he's making an impact right away. I'm sure Kenny G is going to be good, but he was stuck in Quentin Nelson's belly button all day.
Why? I think, here, Here's what I learned, especially in football. When you lose and you have an unsuccessful season, there is no coddling. Okay? You got to turn up the heat. You got to turn up the expectancy of what you expect your guys to do. You got to turn up the heat. That's just the nature of this sport, right? They almost had camp like they went to the AFC Championship game. And I kept saying to you, right? Like, I don't know whether it's like this in all of football, right? Or just here. But it seemed like a lot of teams are going to get off the slow starts because the Eagles can't. That's the only damn way they know how to play football. Right? There's certain teams that just can't do it. The Ravens can't do it. They've been playing football a certain way. Right? There's certain teams that can't do it.
But that thing is, like, they told us it was so hard. They're like, this is such a hard camp. We practiced so hard.
No, nobody practiced.
Well, Tyreek and Achan and Austin Jackson and
they did the 4x1 on the side.
Darren Waller.
Oh, wait, how can you trust a guy who they brought in slowly and then mysteriously came up
Our
with
starting
a hip?
cornerback this week.
He never practiced and he had a hip problem.
Rasul Douglas he came in 2 weeks, even though they were talking to him since March. What do you think the money changed on that? Like $3?
Well, yeah, he didn't want to do the offseason program.
Great. Awesome. Bring him in.
How many injured guys has the Dolphins signed in the last 2 or 3 years?
Oh, I don't know.
Only to be injured.
Dude, you look
only to be what they are.
The injury report for the Dolphins compared to the Colts, it was like 1 to 12 already.
That's what I'm saying. But my bigger issue is same thing with the Heat.
Don't bring them.
You know what they need? Active participants.
I didn't even bring up EuroBasket today.
I'm just saying, active participants. Before you can move forward, you need to know who you can depend on to play every week. And you start the season with, he should be ready, maybe. We did this for 2 weeks.
Take a break. Back up to this. All right, welcome back, everybody. Tobin and Leroy here with you on 104.3 FM, WQAM. We'll take you guys up until 2 here on the program, but let us get to our headlines, which are brought to you by our friends over at Doral Kia. At Doral Kia, home of the Pricito, our lowest price. Visit us at doralkia.com. As we have been taking in the Dolphins' loss to the Indianapolis Colts today. We've been taking your calls. That's been a blast. Getting all that frustration out. The Canes won. Beat Bethune. Beat them up. Carson Beck, 5 for 5 on the touchdown drives.
Can I put something in perspective?
Sure.
Remember how you made a big deal last year when they won 70 to something and you kept saying they scored 70, they scored 70, they scored 70?
I don't think that was last year. Was
it
last
2
year?
years or 2 years ago? It was last year.
Which one are you referring to? They beat Bethune a lot.
Yeah, they beat them like 70. They scored 70 points.
Yep.
And I said, this team didn't beat Bethune as bad, but this team is much better than that team.
Okay.
So sometimes you got to put things in perspective.
Brittany, were you happy with the Canes' performance on Saturday?
I feel like, I know this is crazy, but I just feel so indifferent about those kinds of games. Like, there's not many takeaways that you can take, like you can get from those games.
I'm with
I
you.
think that's like, it's the frustrating part, but obviously it's a part of college football. I do feel I had a lot more. And this is crazy because I know we played nobody, but I have a lot more confidence in Carson back after Saturday for sure.
The dude's only had 3 incompletions. What, all season?
He looks smooth.
Like, is that crazy?
I don't know. His throws just looked better than Notre Dame, which I feel like it doesn't matter who you're playing. If your throws, like your ball's coming out a lot better, then I think that's impressive. So I felt a lot more confident about him after Bethune Cookman.
Can we get to the real story though of Saturday night?
Oh.
Who the hell let a fan bring a lemur into the building?
Yes,
I saw that. Yes, I saw that.
Why is that allowed? And why is that okay?
They were going, what is that?
I don't understand. This person was walking around with a ring-tailed lemur. I mean, this is
How
crazy.
did he smuggle that into?
I don't think he did smuggle it. I mean, did he smuggle it? I don't know. I guess you could put the lemur in your hoodie. Or is he just bringing the lemur? Is this a regular thing? Do any Canes fans know of this? Because that lemur's just hanging.
He was just hanging out. I don't understand how that even happens. Like, I can't even comprehend that.
It was crazy. I mean, and now does the lemur have to become a season ticket holder? Does he have to go every single game?
I don't know.
I don't understand this. How is he allowed to do that? You shouldn't be allowed to do that. Not that I'm against lemurs. I love them. They're perfectly great creatures. But Schmeath, and it's good to see the chat, by the way. Now we have back. Shout out to Ed for getting our computers online. He says, ever heard of an emotional support animal, dum-dum? Dude,
okay,
that can't be on the list.
If you saying I need this lemur to feel good,
it can't be on the list. That's crazy.
I mean, I bet you he get all the honeys with that lemur.
Was it not a woman who was holding the lemur?
No,
I think he did have a honey with her.
With him?
I think with him. Yeah, I think he did have a honey with him.
Because I know everybody was like, "Ooh, look at the cool lemur."
The lemur had a diaper on. Can't
Yeah,
have lemur poops all over the place.
Still an animal.
I feel like that's like not ethical.
Well,
what?
It's Miami. I mean, people are very willy-nilly with the wild
Did you send
animals.
me that picture this morning?
Which
with
one?
The truck this morning.
Dude. Yes. I'll get this picture for our audience. I'm gonna get this picture.
Like,
let me.
I'm thinking to myself, that definitely beats the motorcycle with the high back,
Yeah,
with the tires over it.
Let me blur out this guy's license plate, but I'll get this for our audience. This was crazy. I was making my way down 441 to get on 95, and this dude, I mean, he went just so hard with the amount of garbage compressed it looked like on his truck, and I'm like, that thing is holding on for dear life. It doesn't have much left, but this is what it is driving in this city. I mean, it is people will test the limits.
You wonder why there's traffic. There's traffic because half of the cars are filled with so much crap they can't move the speed limit.
Yeah, I mean, I'm like, whoa, dude, you can't. No, if I'm If I was behind that guy, I would have been nervous. Toxic says somebody brought a peacock on a flight last year. Weren't they turned away?
Yes.
I think they were turned away for that. But this one, no. This was
a guy had the Miami Dolphins on the back of his truck.
no. I mean, yes, pretty much. This was pretty much a metaphor for what we saw yesterday. Was just overloaded garbage. That is pretty much what we watched yesterday. Here it is. Look at this guy. That thing is dangling off there.
Look at that.
I mean, first of all, his tires were very low. You could see all the weight that he's putting on his truck. But how is it even?
That stuff in the back is like one speed bump from just falling all over the highway.
He doesn't even have a truck bed.
That's
He
terrifying.
had to take it out. He had to take it off.
Man.
Wait, you know
People
my
in South
favorite
Florida or
is
something
when
else,
somebody
really.
packs their truck, they pack their truck like this, and then they have the audacity to hang a red flag. to hang the little flag on the back.
Yeah, man. But no, I don't understand. Now, if the lady brought in the lemur, maybe she sweet talked the security guard, and that was how she got it through. I don't know.
Can I just say, I only know what that is from hanging out with you and having all these animals in the building.
Yep.
But I would say, some of my brethren, if they work in that gate, they'd be like, oh, hell no, sir. You can't bring that animal up in here. It's a lemur. I don't give a rat's ass what it is. Right? I could just hear the conversation at the front gate. I think they smuggled it in.
I think so too. I think they had to put that thing in a hoodie.
Yeah.
That seems to only be the only way that makes sense. Right. I don't understand.
My thing is why was he so good? Like on the guy's shoulder. He wasn't.
I mean, maybe he's a good boy. I don't know.
Yeah.
Look, he's looking like, can you believe this is what my life has become? No trees.
That's what I'm saying. It's not ethical.
Look, he looks terrified.
Yeah, but he might have been raised.
That's a baby one too. We had a big one.
Oh, we had a red rough lemur too. No, he is smaller.
He looks like King Julian.
He does.
By the way,
like King Julian.
Their feet are kind of creepy.
They're like leathery.
Leathery, yeah. He was Brittany, we had one in our studios.
Schmeathan says that truck is loaded with the last 10 years of Chris Grier picks. That's a point. Oh my God.
But you know,
was anybody sitting next to the lemur? Can anybody call? Is anybody out there? Can you call in and can you give me your reaction? I imagine we have to have some Canes fans that were close to this lemur. If you were boots on the ground close to this lemur, can you please call 305-567-0560? Because I'd love to know what was one's reaction when they saw the creature. And does he get to visit practice? Like is this how it's gonna roll?
Is he like a good luck lemur now?
Is he a good luck lemur now?
That'd be awesome. Honestly, I say we embrace it.
A pet lemur?
Embrace the lemur.
The team lemur.
I mean,
I need to see the lemur in the picture with Sebastian.
I'm pretty sure like he was a good boy.
He looked like a good boy.
Yeah, well, he looked terrified because he looked like he had the jaws of life around him.
No, I think he just looks like that. I think his eyes are just like that.
JFig she says, I'm pretty sure they make you take off your hat and hoodies. I don't think you have to take off your hoodie.
What if he's like a famous lemur, like a social media lemur, and that's why they let him?
He is now.
Well, now he's for sure one.
So Brittany, let me get this straight.
Just assume.
So wait, you're saying they're not just gonna let any lemur in, but if he's a social media lemur, they'll let him in.
Miami. This is Miami lemur.
Yeah, but how would you know?
There's a famous squirrel that lives in my neighborhood. A TikTok squirrel.
There's a TikTok squirrel in
the
neighborhood?
I had a TikTok squirrel in my house.
Yeah, rest in peace, Ricky.
Yeah.
He wasn't a TikTok squirrel. You didn't have a TikTok account for him.
No.
He barely made it a week.
Have you met this squirrel?
My daughter has. She's a real chubby squirrel. I believe her name is Thumbelina. And they saw her one time. My daughter was going to tutoring, and this was like an exotic. It was next to like an exotic veterinary clinic. And the lady's like, yeah, she's famous. She's Thumbelina, the TikTok squirrel. And it has like a bunch of followers. But I don't understand, like a lemur just at a Canes game. I mean, if you're going to bring a lemur to a game, I guess the Bethune game is the most relaxed one. But That's crazy.
A
Insanity.
lemur.
I think
You see it in Miami.
I feel like I've seen it all at Canes games. I've seen sucker punches. I've seen strippers. I've seen it all. This was the
cat,
first.
remember the cat?
Hard Rock Cat.
The Hard Rock Cat.
Hard Rock Cat hanging on for dear life.
Yep.
Like, very rarely do you see a cat terrified. That cat was like, "Oh no,
The way he like wailed on everybody when they caught him, like so ungrateful. They saved your life.
Dade South says Tua is Bumbleina.
Wow.
Oh man, we'll take a break. More to come. Back after this.
Sports lives here.
Vikings at Bears.
All right, welcome back, everybody. Tobin and Leroy here with you. Let's get to 15 minutes of Game Day Uncensored, brought to you by the Lexus TX. Experience amazing at your Lexus dealer. By the way, we got some tickets to give away this week. JFig has a stash of Hardy tickets in her boots. We're giving you a chance to win tickets when Hardy brings his Gym Bomb World Tour to the I Think Financial Amphitheater on September 20th. With special guests Steven Wilson Jr. and Sicarus. I think this other person's name is Coey Wetzel, but I'm not sure. I've never heard of them.
As an artist?
No.
As a what?
As anything.
Okay.
As anything. But if you want those tickets to Hardy, keep on listening.
Coey Wetzel?
Coey Wetzel?
Is that a male or female?
I don't know. To be fair, I don't know.
Brittany, help a brother out.
I have no idea. Let's do a quick Google.
I have Coey Wetzel here on my screen if you'd like.
Hold on. I'm gonna guess
female.
Male.
I'm guessing male.
Wow. Can I just say
First,
you sure it's not Coey Wetzel?
It may be. I don't know.
Wait, it's Coey.
I admitted I didn't know who it was.
Wait, no, because I've heard
Coey
Coey
Wetzel.
Wetzel. Yeah,
It's Coey Wetzel.
Yeah.
Is that like a play on words?
No! Why would you say Coey?
I don't know. I thought it was Coey, not Co. K-O-E.
There's no why.
I don't know. I thought he was being cute. Don't give me -1. You didn't know who he was, Jennifer. Get the hell out of here. I'm not going to take the L for this.
You got to take the L.
I've never heard of him. Didn't even know it was him.
-1.
Coey. Every English word you know. How do you spell dough? How do you spell dough? Like baby deer.
Is that D-O-E?
Correct. So if you had dug into your history of how do you spell toe?
T-O-E.
Why in the hell would you say Coey?
I don't know.
Wait, what's the spelling of this man's name?
K-O-E.
Yeah, which by the way, nobody has that stupid name.
Yeah, but nobody says Coey. If you would have went with your basic knowledge of the English language.
It doesn't matter. You don't know who he is.
Wait.
You've never heard of him either.
Wait.
Fix your camera, by the way.
Wait. If
you don't know who he is, I'm not gonna take it. It's not like I mispronounced.
So wait, Brittany, if you had gone with basic fundamental English language and you had to make a guess, an educated guess, you're gonna say Co. Right?
No, I'm not gonna lie to you, Leroy. It's hindsight's 2020 now.
No, but if you go with English language and go what you know of a word that looks like that, you're gonna say Co.
Spelling has never been my strong suit, so I'm not gonna shame Tobin.
I am, because it just seems ridiculous.
I don't know who he is.
Like I don't know. We don't neither. Like Coey, that sounds female.
Yeah, that's why I didn't know if it was a female.
Because you said Coey. You threw us
I didn't
all
know.
off.
I didn't know.
If you would have said Co, I would have said male.
Anyway, if you guys want those Hardy tickets, we'll give those away before the end of the show. Man. Let's hear from Tua. We haven't heard from Tua.
So you said you were not happy with how
Tua not got in his feelings. You know, I thought Omar asked a fair question.
Can I just say this? Like, disappointment sucks.
Mm-hmm.
And sometimes people respond to questions more out of the disappointment of how they feel so I'm gonna listen to this and I'm gonna judge after I hear it.
Okay.
But I'm going into it thinking this is a guy that just played one of the worst games he's ever had. I'm gonna put it in context.
Here was Tua on his INTs.
From your standpoint, why is it that when you do have turnovers, they happen in bunches? Do you think, is it you pressing or?
I wouldn't say I'm pressing. I would say it's part of the game. Like you obviously don't want to turn it over. I thought that was a wild comment that I turned the ball over in bunches. That's crazy. It just so happened that's what happened today. Like, it was what it was. We got to move forward from that. You know, can't make those same mistakes, and just move on from it.
It's not a wild comment,
but is it accurate?
It is accurate, actually. Omar did the research on this. Hold on, I get the tweet for you. But first of all, he's done it 2 out of his last 3 games where he's had 2 picks and a fumble.
Oh, yeah, okay.
Which is in bunches.
But that also has to do with the team you're playing and how bad you're playing. Like sometimes a bad game just looks like that.
Well, I think that's the question. It's like, how come when you're having a bad game,
you can't turn it around?
It's not like it's
well,
not,
because can we say this? A lot of this has a lot to do. Very rarely has Tua just sat in the pocket and thrown picks. It's usually when he's rushed, when he's forced around, where he's, you know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
So can we say a lot of this is a result of poor protection? To where he's put in a position where he has to rush something.
2 of the throws, I don't know. Did you feel like that was poor protection?
One of them was just over. Like the one
he sailed, the one that caught. I was like,
yeah,
who was he throwing to?
Right. He just got out. It got away from him.
I feel like a lot of his interceptions are not under pressure. I disagree with that. Like you go back to certain games and I don't feel that way at all.
This was Omar says today was the 7th time Tua had committed at least 3 turnovers in a game since 2020, according to ESPN research. The only quarterback to do that more in this span of time is Trevor Lawrence, who's done it 8 times. Mm-hmm. Tua has lost a fumble and thrown multiple interceptions 4 times, and he's done it 2 of his last 3 games.
Okay.
And that's what I was saying is like, I think Tua got, look, I get it. He's disappointed, but it's not a wild comment. It's an accurate comment.
Because I don't know if a player is up on a stat like that.
He may not be, but that's the thing is like, you may think something's
when he says it's wild, like it's possible he was not aware that he's had.
Dude, that's an offense. That's a wild comment. Like the tone of him was like, how dare you bring that up?
Yeah, all right. Like you think, like I
just thought I thought he was getting in his feelings too much.
I played my whole career.
Yep.
I had no idea how many times I fumbled.
Mm-hmm.
I really didn't. I don't. I knew it was a lot to most people's liking.
Right.
But I didn't know the exact number.
But
because I don't like.
Right. I think the thing is though, and I talked about this before in the show, and the thing that one of the things that I always thought with Tua early in his career, especially a couple of years ago, not the last 2 years, was if Tua had a stinker of an interception, he typically it was money. Tua was coming back and having a touchdown drive.
Mm-hmm.
Like he just put it behind him. And I think the thing that Omar was probably asking that, okay, maybe it wasn't the most delicate way, but I also don't think it was something he should have taken so sensitively is, hey man, this is going bad. Right. And it's like, these are happening in bunches. It's unravelingly, right? Because when you're Tua, it's like, can we right the ship at all? Can we get this and going? And
you would hope that your quarterback could turn around and kind of block it out and move forward.
Right.
Right. No, I get all that. And I'm not, listen, after hearing the stat or whatever, I'm not saying the question shouldn't be asked. I'm wondering, like, what do you think the response is going to be if he's not aware of it? And then to say that Tua would be aware of the stat, I don't think he would know, hey, 7 games I've had 3. I don't think he would know that.
I don't know. I think you go back to game, like a lot of games that he has, if he throws an interception early on, you're guaranteed he's going to throw another one. He never does it in one.
And then part of it is, I'm going to tell you what the problem is.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. And this sucks, but this is the problem. The teams that have figured out the offense, right? And that's when I tell you how they have that guy in the middle of the field.
Yeah.
And that's where he throws that pitch.
It used to be his sweet spot.
That crossing route. And what they do is they change who does it. Sometimes it's a linebacker. So he throw a pick to a linebacker that safety stepping in front of that crossing route, right? There's no adjustments to that. Like, dude, listen. And you know, I think Mike's a good football coach. But here's where I'm going to go off a little bit. After 4 years of seeing 2 deep safety and seeing somebody deep protecting that crossing route, do you think maybe you ought to run some complementary routes off of that? or fake in and go over the top or just something a little bit different so they can't just drop that guy all the way deep. And that's what they do. Like, here's the other thing. Most teams that run a deep crossing route, you know what they do? They run a shallow crossing route and a post on the backside. You know why? Because when you run that post, if that safety tries to jump that crossing route, you're over the top. If that linebacker wants to go deep, you throw the shallow cross. I'm no offensive guru, but I just fixed the problem in 2 seconds. I'm telling you,
They're
that's
not
how
going to
you
do it, though.
He's not going to do it.
He used to be a cat burglar. He used to fit through tight windows. The problem is now defenses have ring lights, the ring cams. They're scouting it out. What?
Dude, I need to go to break because that was terrible. I already feel bad.
What?
You made it worse
No.
with your dumb comments. That was bad. You knew it was bad. See, Brittany, let me tell you when you know he's getting ready to say something crazy because he has that little smirk. And I bet you the only other person in the world that has that same smirk is Tommy, right before he jumps off the roof into the pool.
So if you want to see Coey Wetzel and Hardy, stay tuned. JFig will give those tickets away. We'll take a break. Mix things up next. All right, welcome back, everybody. Tobin and Leroy here with you on a terrible Monday. Except now that I'm with you guys. That makes it nice. Hey, Mike Tyson is bringing his Return of the Mike show to the Seminole Hard Rock Hotel and Casino in Hollywood this December. Stories and more from Iron Mike. He's fighting Floyd Mayweather now. We got your chance to win tickets. Just text the word Mike, M-I-K-E, to 20357. That's Mike to 20357. For more information, go to WQM.com. It's a text contest. Message and data rates may apply. Don't text and drive. Tickets are also available for purchase at casino.hardrock.com/Hollywood/events. Oh, hello.
Hello, Tobin.
What's wrong?
I feel like this conversation should just be over. Like this weekend never happened.
What do you want?
This
me to
shouldn't
do?
have happened.
Are you upset?
I'm very upset.
What do you want me to do? Are you also in the camp that I should end Hour Tua?
Look, maybe I'm being too harsh, but I would cancel it right now.
So you want suspended?
No, just cancel it until he proves us otherwise, or
That's
proves himself. Proves himself. No, I mean cancel. You're not gonna
Suspending
get
it says
anything.
it'll come back. Cancel it means
Exactly.
it's done.
Yeah.
Thank
So
New song, new whatever.
No,
If he,
I want you to cancel it until he shows you and he proves to you that he deserves an hour dedicated to him.
Okay. I mean, I can't. It feels very much this is what the people want, and
you
I
didn't do an hour Tannehill.
No, he didn't deserve that.
So
Also, it's not a play on the word "two."
he did more than Tua so far?
Right, but again, it was also a pun because it is the second hour. It's supposed
It's
to
a
be hour
pun,
two.
all right.
It's a pun.
Now you're defending it.
Who? Me? No.
No,
Yeah.
Tobin.
Do you want to get rid of it, Tobin? Because it seems like you don't.
I feel bad about it. It feels like I'm giving in to the people. Like
No, it sounds like
I don't want to make people like Zach Gelb happy. He hates that song, and I know it upsets people, but I understand that we're in a very fragile state right now, and I don't want to upset listeners. I don't want to turn them off thinking I'm going to see it.
They're already
It's
upset.
like, hey,
though.
some of my favorite restaurants had to shut down for a few days because of a couple of roaches.
Like,
right?
you think Hour Tua is dirty dining right now?
Right now, dirty dining.
You compared it to a truck you saw this morning, so might as well.
I think the thing is like the only way that you can go about it from this point forward out after how bad he played on Sunday is playing the SAT open. But like you said, it's 3 minutes. It's not sustainable. We can't.
It's not
practical.
sustainable.
We
It's
can't
not
do that.
efficient.
So therefore, I think I say probation. I don't say you cancel. I say he's on suspension. He's suspended.
No, we need to get
Crop
that.
him out.
We need to get that stink.
Okay,
Ooh, she says crop him out.
Stop.
No,
I am brutal. And for
I
a good
think
reason.
JFig. I think Tua gives her the yick now. I think he couldn't lift some furniture correctly, and she's just out on him.
He
You
didn't
know?
pivot.
That happens.
He didn't have the muscles to help you move. So, like, I need a man.
Handsome Daffy says, if you're a man of the people, then get rid of Hour Tua.
I think you should see that one is canceling it means it never comes back ever. Okay, suspending it means that you put it on the back burner until improvement. So most people are saying cancel it, throw it out. We're done. It's over. Let's get rid of that. I'm gonna say it like this because you know what the next argument is going to be. Is this performance worthy of bringing back Hour Tua? And then we're going to start debating that every week.
Right. That's fair too.
Get rid of it
forever.
Yeah.
Look, you should go ahead and name it like a panther or something
Forever.
because
I mean, so
I think it's
but
time to turn the page.
But who on the Panthers has a pun that I could turn into the hour? Like, who connotes the number 2 for Hour 2?
no, it had to be Hour 2. There's
listen,
4 hours on this show, right?
You can't make it like, no, you can't just replace it. Hour 2 is done. Okay. We regroup. Right now, what you're trying to do is you're doing the Mike McDaniel. Keep trying that toss
You're
sweep.
dancing around it.
You keep trying to use that toss sweep.
I think you guys are right. I feel bad. I mean, like, it was, like Leroy said, it was week 1, but it was awful, and it's been awful. And I also don't know, like, what if he beats the Bills? Does that get him to parole?
Oh, that might.
I genuinely think so. That's why I'm saying.
Okay.
Once or twice.
I have an announcement to make.
Oh no.
Due to popular demand, Hour Tua has been suspended indefinitely by the Tobin and Leroy show for conduct detrimental to the fans. He has opportunity for appeal after a week 3 victory over the Buffalo Bills.
Wait, we just skipping next week?
No, that I don't care if he beats the Patriots. I mean, I want him to beat the Patriots, but that's not getting Hour Tua back.
Okay.
I'm just saying
we need some more.
That's
you need something more potent than that.
That's what's going to bring him back to the board.
All right.
But as of right now, unfortunately,
it's not unfortunate. He earned it.
You're right, and deserves it.
Yeah.
But after much deliberation, the committee finds Tua guilty of conduct detrimental to the fans. Therefore, Hour Tua is indefinitely suspended. Man, that hurts.
Are you okay?
Oh, I don't feel so good. Hurts my heart a little bit. I love that adorable guy.
I mean, like, what's love got to do with it?
Let's get to the mixed bag. Tyreek Hill, he was handling things well yesterday on the sidelines.
Really? He's one booted ball from just losing his mind.
This was Tyreek Hill's thoughts on the loss.
Reek, was it more things that they did to throw you guys off, or was it more you guys not executing?
I would say us, man, because at the end of the day, it all falls on us. Granted, those guys, have a great defensive coordinator. Those guys have, some great players on that side of the ball. But I feel like at the end of the day, it falls on us, man. Offensively, receivers, we got to get open. We got to attack the line of scrimmage, separate, attack edges, and we got to protect Tua. That's the main thing, man. So I feel like we will get better at that. This was a big, kicking the balls, for us. So I feel like next week we'll be better.
Man, Rome says, Tobin, disappointed in you. I don't know what to tell you, Rome. It's not just a me decision. It has to be a we decision.
Why is the lighting so bad? I look like a Tootsie Roll.
It's because I'm not there. I would have fixed it for you.
I would agree.
There's no lighting.
I would agree with Tyreek Hill that was a swift kick in the nuts. That's what that game was. Well, it was more like a 2-hour kick in the nuts.
Listen, can I just say this? If you had been kicked in the nuts, it would mean that you got hit. They didn't even have to hit you because you wasn't fighting.
Yeah.
Right? Like, I don't know, man.
Crazy.
Like, but the only reason why they're asking Tyreek questions is they want to see him blow up. That's it. Stop acting like you really care what Tyreek have to say.
Sure
they want to redo.
Yeah, they want him to just explode. And so there's a lot of stuff saying in a few weeks that he won't be here.
A lot of people are saying that. Yeah. Mike Florio's saying, look out for the Chiefs and the Steelers.
You know what I would say? I would say that organizations and people, GMs who are running teams like this, need to be more aware of this when you can get the most for them. Right?
Well, they made a decision.
So I would say this. Right. They made a decision
very quickly.
Way too early, right, about keeping Tyreek. And I'm not saying that they should have or they should have. But I'm saying this. Same thing with Jerry Jones. Why would you wait to where you can get the absolute least for the player to trade him?
Did you just say, I'm not saying they should have or should have?
Shouldn't have.
That's not what you said.
Oh, really? So you're really listening to me, right?
Zach Sealer.
No.
What?
What? You just want to keep moving after you get your little dig in. Like, no.
No, we got to get to the clip.
Okay, fine.
Zach Sealer, he says maybe they were just trying too hard.
Everyone's mentality is right. We got a lot of great guys in this room, offense, defense, special teams. I got a lot of guys that want to do great, and maybe that was part of it is guys are trying to do too much. I haven't watched tape yet, but again, you go out there, make those corrections, and you play within the scheme of the defense, and you play to our best level that we provide each other and not outside of the schemes, then we can be dominant force in this league.
I want me to break that down. That means we had a lot of rogue football players on defense and left a whole lot of openings.
What's up with that?
That's what he was saying. That's exactly what it meant.
I thought Bob and Weave had it under control.
One of the things that is hard to control is the hardest thing to do in that sport, in football, right, is when your job doesn't entail making a play, when your job entails on assisting the guy to make a play, right? Because at the end of the day, you're getting judged on making plays. So if you eat up 2 rushers on every play and JP or Chubb or somebody gets a sack, right? They're not going to say they got the sack because you ate up 2 guys. They're going to say you didn't have a sack or any tackles. And it's hard mentally to go in a team sport and do that. That's why you hear a lot of coaches say this: do your job. Do what your job is. Don't worry about the results or whatever. And so, like, I used to love when they say, oh, this guy, he trying to make plays or whatever. Yeah, he's going to put himself in the wrong spot, leave a hole. It happens all the time. So that's maybe what he's talking about with that. And when you have veterans, so last year when you had Calais and you had Zach, they knew like what their job is, what their role is, how to go about it, and they never deviated from it because they know eventually they would get plays. So, like, yeah, I get what he's saying. It's a hard thing. Look, you got 11 guys on each side of the ball. Everybody's role ain't to make the sack or make the tackle or score the touchdown or catch or throw the ball. But your role is just as important. And that's the hardest thing to do, especially when money's involved. Because guess what? Why wouldn't they pay Christian Wilkins?
No sacks.
Right. So, you see what I mean? So when the next guy comes in and you say, we need you to stuff the run, and he's like, no, y'all don't pay run stuffers. Y'all pay guys who get sacks, and they go rogue and try to get a sack, and then you leave a hole.
Or go rogue and try and tackle a lineman.
Right. Like, dude, look.
He did get the only sack yesterday.
First of all, let's be clear. Derrick Henry ain't that big. You had to know you wasn't grabbing somebody that could run the football. Right? I mean, he went arm over the top, tried to strip it.
Take a break. Final hour coming on up. Get into some of the other NFL action as well. If any other Dolphin fans want to get in, we will take some calls in the final hour. If you please, 305-567-0560. Back after this. All right, welcome back, everybody. Tobin and Leroy here with you on 104.3 FM, WQAM. Take you guys up until 2. Let's get to our headlines here in the final hour, which are brought to you by Doral Kia. Doral Kia, home of the Pricito. Our lowest price. Visit Doral Kia or visit them at doralkia.com. The Dolphins, they lose 33-8. Terrible. Tua Tagovailoa, not good. Rest of the team, not good. Everybody bad. Tough weekend, between this and then the Heat's running EuroBasket coming to an end. I mean, it really was rough. But you got to give credit where credit's due. And, I just don't think we saw coming in this matchup just how resilient Finland would be. I really thought that Serbia was going to have everything together after that tough loss to Turkey. And you just got to give it up to Markkanen, Leroy. I mean, he really had the Finns on point. He really did. Larry. I didn't see it coming, but Finland, what a performance by them.
They won the Euro Cup?
No, they won against Serbia, who was the favorites, and it's probably the biggest win in basketball. And they're obviously very fired up because of the Panthers in Finland. We are little Finland, but Markkanen, wow, he did great. And then they got this guy Slim Jesus. Woo, he's good. He's 18. Adam Simon, take note of that kid.
What is his name?
Slim Jesus.
There's no way you pronounce it that way.
No, it's not literally. His name is not Slim. That's his nickname is Slim Jesus.
Okay.
Forget what his name is. It's like it's Finnish, one of those names.
All right.
Let me see. It's gonna bother me now. He's only 18 though. I don't know where. I think he's actually might go to Michigan.
Really?
Yeah.
Ah, cool.
Let me see. Slim Finland. Mika Murinen.
Oh, okay. Slim G.
He's like 6'11", hops for days, hit some big threes. He was impressive. Sweden, they came up short against Turkey. And then yesterday, Luka. Woo! Luka nearly put 50 on Italy. So tough one. Slovenia, much to the surprise of us, they move on and Serbia does not. I think that even surprised our boy Goran. He was not expecting that.
All right.
Anyway, no more EuroBasket talk from me. It's over.
I mean,
I love how you also said it during the text chain. You're
yes.
Like, all right, no more updates.
Well, there's nothing to update anymore. It's over. I will be fair. I didn't even watch Italy and Slovenia. I was too busy on football. But.
You're not gonna see it through. You're not gonna.
What's to see through? It's over. It's over, Brittany.
No, it's not over.
It's over.
His sole interest in this tournament was the Heat tie-in.
Yep. I wasn't.
There's no more Heat tie-in?
No.
Yeah.
No. It's more of a Panthers tie-in now because I just wish happiness for Alexander Barkov, but I don't think Finland can win the whole thing.
Well, you didn't think Finland could beat Serbia.
Fair point. Should we bet on Finland?
Are there bets on that?
Oh, yeah. You can bet on anything.
Oh, wow.
But let me tell you, I lost all my bets yesterday because the Dolphins so
yeah, that's what the overwhelming consensus from everyone that I knew was that the Dolphins.
I only had one bet.
Let me go over
this whole weekend. That was Dallas.
Let me go over my bets. All right, this is how bad I was yesterday. I mean, it really was embarrassing. The Dolphins. Hold on.
Well, anything Dolphins, you lose.
Oh yeah. But let me just tell you all the stupid stuff I bet on.
Yeah.
Just to go with it. Jack Jones, anytime touchdown. Tua Tagovailoa to record 6 rush attempts. That I just got a lot of sweetener on. I threw $5 on it. It was plus 1750.
He had to get plus 6 rushes. Does a sack count it? Here,
no.
My question is, if a sack doesn't count as rush, then why does it negate your rushing yards?
I don't know, but his only attempt was 1, so I didn't hit there. 2-leg parlay. I had Zach Sealer sack. Nope. Malik Washington anytime touchdown. Nope. And then I put a 5-legger together for plus 2,200. Malik Washington. Nope. Ollie Gordon rushing yards at 24.5. He had 4. Chop Robinson sack. He had 0. Tyreek Hill anytime touchdown. Nope.
Yeah, you really.
And the Dolphins to win.
So here's the deal with Tyreek.
For forever.
Let me tell you what the game plan against Tyreek is. They're going to back off so deep because they don't want to give up the big play.
Mm-hmm.
And then they're going to roll coverage to him and do a lot of things in his direction. You know why? Because with a lot of receivers, they explode when they ain't getting no run.
Mm-hmm.
And so the guys to do it too. They all do it. And he's one of those guys. And lo and behold, what you see on the sideline?
Freak out.
Right. So that's what they're going to do every week. And you got to be able to be patient with it. Mike can do you some favors, move you around a little bit, put you in different positions so that they can't just back off because they can't just back off the ball and wait for you to do your 20-yard square in, right? You got to change it up a little bit.
Remember when Tyreek used to be so tired you have to get an IV in the middle of the game and then come back and put up even more yards?
Now he's hurt.
Yeah.
He's banged up. He's been like, dude, I'm trying to think. I played in a more physical game, and I was physical myself. And I was sore during camp. I'm talking about like that soreness. Like you did something you shouldn't have been doing for a long time, and it's going to hurt a couple of days, but you got to get up in the morning and kind of fight through it type soreness. And I can't even think of me ever getting banged up or hurt before like week 6 or 7. Like it's the craziest thing. Yeah, I mean, how many teams have guys that are out for a month after 12 seconds of football?
It's brutal.
You have to like look at this and say, yeah, your body's not ready for this. And how do you get your body ready? Like it's not just with the Dolphins, but a lot of it is with the Dolphins. It's all over the league.
Assad, is he still there, Brittany? Should we go to the callers? Here's Assad. What do you have to say, buddy?
This is Jay, I believe.
Oh, Jay. What's up, Jay?
Hey, how y'all doing, man?
Yeah.
I was calling because I kind of blame goes to Tua yesterday, and overall the team was terrible. The team was bad, but I'm blaming the offense because at least we've got a lot of young guys on the defense that they trying to figure things out. But it's been 4 years that Tua, Reek, Waddle, all them guys been together. Like his offense shouldn't look like this. And I think that with Tua, with some of the limitations as far as the deep outs, I think a lot of things that they cover the middle of the field. They stop them from throwing the deep outs, and I think that's why it's so easy to defend us in those games.
Yeah,
I
the
think
book's out on them. The book's out on them and that trio.
Yeah, and I believe that him not being able to throw I remember the Malik Washington sideline throw where Malik had to dive for the ball. He was so open. I'm like, he didn't have to throw it like that. He could have thrown it on the rope because Malik was so open, but he made him have to dive for the ball. And I think the fact they can't make throws like that, I think kind of messes up, us offensively. I think it messes up us offensively. So
yeah, and Jay's not wrong. And then it was like, we were talking about this during the break. Like even the one like over the middle to Tanner Connor had to dive for it. I'm like, man, Tua used to be like those are automatic for him. And I don't know, like there is a question of like, dude, he's gotten the snot kicked out of him. He's gotten his bell rung a bunch of times. Like, I don't know. Like, is he just not? Is it pure regression? Is it this all catching up to him, or is the book just out on him? I don't know.
I think part of it could be how much work they've done in the preseason. Like, it's one thing to do it in practice, right? When you have a consistent clock of they tell you got to throw that thing in less than 2.5 seconds, right? And they time it and 7 on 7 and 11 on 11 when nobody can hit you and you just drop back and you're comfortable and you rip it, right? Now you get in the game and you got people in your face within 2 seconds. Like, these are things that you got to kind of get used to. Where do I throw it then? How do I adjust to that even as a quarterback? Sometimes guys have to get used to what you see a lot of in the first couple of weeks of the season is when quarterbacks escape. A lot of times they don't step up, they escape. They try to go around. It happened with Lamar Jackson when if he had just stepped up, he would have been out of harm's way. Like, there's a lot of just little nuances of football that get better as the season goes on. But this right here, like, and just imagine, I'm going to say this and from the standpoint of Tua, and I'm more than sure he could or couldn't be thinking this. Damn, this is the offensive line again? Right? Like, granted, he's got some limitations.
Yep.
I'm not even questioning that. But damn.
Well, he told us last year it didn't matter.
Oh, it matters.
He told us that.
Oh, it matters.
Brother.
Because when you start launching that thing with 1.2 seconds instead of 2.5 you got, and you're just throwing it into an open area.
Right.
And
well,
instead of Tyreek being there, a linebacker's there because think about it. Tobin, I'm going to make you a defensive coordinator, right? And if I say to you, what we have to do to Tua is this. We have to speed him up. We know the windows he's going to be throwing it in, and then we drop people in those windows. Keep in mind, they're not even covering players. Right. They're just covering windows. And they did it once with a safety, and they did it once with a linebacker that looked like you threw it right to him. But he didn't. That's what they do.
I'm just waiting for Schmeeth and Schmolden to come in there saying if Tobin was a defensive coordinator, he'd be thick Fangio. I'm just waiting for it. I don't need to look at the comments. I know what they're going to say.
Wait.
I know what they're going to say.
Not for nothing. Good one. I can't even. You got yourself. That's
I don't know. I'm going to self-sanction because I know what's coming.
That's one way to do it. That's one way to do it. If you want to avoid, you get yourself.
Take a break. Before we do, though, speaking of defense, just because the Dolphins had a bad game doesn't mean your kids can't learn a lesson from a man's man, Zach Sealer. And so, how would you guys like to have a Pro Bowl Miami football player come and visit an elementary school of your choice? It could happen. It's WQM's MVP experience with the Dolphins, Zach Sealer, and he's on board to speak at a school. Just go to WQM.com, enter an elementary school in Broward or Dade now for your chance to get a visit from Zach Sealer. We'll speak to the students and more. For contest rules, go to WQAM.com. Schmeeth says no. You're thick LeBeau.
Oh, wait, Ham Cameron.
Take a
point for
Take a break. Back after this. Welcome back, everybody. It's Tobin and Leroy here with you. Let's get to a little 15 minutes of Game Day Uncensored, brought to you by the Lexus TX. Experience amazing at your Lexus dealer.
Uncensored, everybody has been everything but that.
Crazy. Hey, can I get Aaron Rodgers yesterday?
Oh, you like this.
The Steelers.
Let me ask you, who did you think about when you
immediately?
I know.
Immediately, I thought of you.
I heard it too, and
we'll
hear this tomorrow.
Here's Aaron Rodgers on beating the Jets. How happy was
he? You spoke about the meeting with Aaron Glenn on McAfee a few months ago. Beating him, is there significance in that? Since he basically told you to your face that he didn't think you were right for that team.
Yes, that's what he did.
So there's significance in beating him for you?
I was happy to beat everybody associated with the Jets.
Hey, it was a good game, the old man.
Mm-hmm.
The old man, 4 tutties. He looked good. One of them to Janu. Sitting here waiting for Darren Waller to come back. Idiots.
Oh my God, there's bets. There's bets on whether Jalen Carter and Lamar Jackson get suspended or fined.
Oh, yeah. What happened with Lamar Jackson yesterday? Some fan touched him?
Yeah, so I saw that whole interaction happen. So it was that DeAndre Hopkins touchdown that was a beautiful catch, by the way. I don't know if anybody saw that.
Oh, yeah.
And he's running close to the sidelines of the end zone.
A
fan touched him.
Grabbed him or pushed him or something.
And then Lamar comes right behind him and the fan smacks him on the helmet. And then Lamar turns around, pushes him.
Man, retaliation.
I don't feel like he should get fined.
But here's the problem. There's certain
touch me and I'll sue.
There's certain situations in life where for some reason the world looks at you and wants you to be anything other than a human. Right? So if I take that same situation and put it in just normal life, and that guy got pushed back, a police officer or anybody else say, hey, you shouldn't put your hands on another individual. If I take that situation and put it in that.
He mushed him right in the face.
And put that, you know what they're going to say? Lamar, you should know better. Right? And so it really sucks that that's where we are. I mean, you remember a couple of years ago when the dude walked up to Myles Garrett's car and punched him in the face?
Sure do.
Mm-hmm.
Can't believe
and
he's
he
alive.
Didn't get killed.
Can't believe he's alive.
Right? Like, just think about that.
He hit him right in between the face mask. Like it was
right.
Oof.
So like if you're gonna find a guy, and let me get this straight, you're gonna find a guy. If they find him 25,000, let's say it would be 10 to 20 times, or say 5 to 10 times the value of the season tickets that guy was sitting in. And that guy initiated it. And if I'm Lamar Jackson, I turn around and sue that guy for that amount.
I agree. And not to mention that they had already been throwing things at them the whole game.
Right.
Well, it's Bills fans. They're a bunch of.
Yeah. Well, remember when they threw snowballs at us?
So I don't understand what, because you're a man first, right? You're a man first. And I would say that as a man, you see your guy get pushed. You're like, hey, man, what are you doing? And then you get pushed. Right? So you push back.
And it wasn't even a push. He literally stuck his hand in between his face,
right,
in his face mask.
Yeah.
And so I'm like, is there any human being out there? Is there any other man out there that thinks that Lamar Jackson is so much better than you that he wouldn't react like you would if somebody did that to you?
And a push was nice, in my opinion.
Right? Like, listen.
Could have gotten way worse.
Yep. Listen, I know some guys that I played with, if you did that to them, your butt would have been snatched on that field and dealt with.
Oh, for sure.
So, like, what are we, like, at what point are we going to stop standing on our soapbox and look at this as a human situation and not a football situation? Because that's more of a human situation. You don't put your hands on another individual. I don't care what he does.
Sports Talk on WQAM, by the way, brought to us by Paramount Plus. You can't count on much, but you can always count on Sundays with the NFL on CBS and Paramount Plus. Stream your local NFL game live every Sunday all season long, starting at just $30 for your first year, $30 a month for your first year, $30 for your first year. And that's like 200. That's 250. Let me just redo this because that was terrible reading, huh? Sports Talk on WQAM is sponsored by Paramount Plus. You can't count on much. The Dolphins have me really messed up, Paramount Plus. I apologize. You guys did nothing wrong. It's just simply the Dolphins. They have me frazzled. Sports Talk on WQAM is sponsored by Paramount Plus. You can't count on much, but you can always count on Sundays with the NFL on CBS, which I tuned into yesterday to watch the Dolphins just get absolutely stomped on. I could have also turned on Paramount Plus and that would have happened. So if you want to stream your local NFL game live every Sunday all season long, starting at just $30 for your first year, that's like $2.50 a month.
It's like the same thing you pay for EuroBasket.
It is. Actually, it is. Now I have no need for the subscription. Visit ParamountPlus.com/NFL to get started today. And Brittany, don't send Len that air check. After I think we did Thursday's show, headed on over to our old friend Ara at A&T Dry Cleaners
to get your one suit clean.
Well, I have two suits. Well, technically I have one jacket, but now I have different pants with a different shirt. So I'm mixing it up a little bit, dude. I think now I'm going to go get a new jacket. But I know because when I have Ara, he just takes care of it so good. And that's why I always go over to our friends over at A&T Dry Cleaners. 40 plus years, owned and run Leroy, and you can call or text him anytime. 954-610-9383. That's 954-610-9383. He was showing me some videos of his niece. His niece is 11 years old. She's like a golf phenom.
Yeah, he was. Yeah, we saw. I saw some of it.
It's very exciting.
It's pretty cool. You know what the Dolphins need to take over the Ara? Their uniforms. To get those stains out of their shorts.
Oh my God.
It was terrible. They can do same day sewing.
Yep.
Mama Ara, she handles that. She got it on lockdown. Just give Ara a call, 954-610-9383. It's back to school. You got what? Proms coming up.
You got homecomings.
You got homecomings.
Yep.
You got all these things coming up. You need to get your clothes nice and tight. You need them well formed and fitted. He can take care of all of that. They service all of South Florida, Dade, Broward, and Southern Palm Beach County, and they can pick up and drop off your orders. And guess what, Tobin? Tell them what happened if they mention our name.
You mentioned Tobin and Leroy, 25% off your order. So what are you waiting for? Use A&T Dry Cleaners, 954-610-9383. And I promise, once you use A&T Dry Cleaners, you'll never want to launder your own clothes again. All right. Welcome back, everybody. It's Tobin and Leroy. It's been a lovely Monday rewind here. Well, it's fair. It hasn't been. But it is always appreciated when it's brought to you by Chevrolet. It's Chevy Truck Month, and it's time to see why Chevy is America's most dependable lineup of trucks. Chevrolet, together, let's drive. I'm reading like Mike McDaniel calls plays today.
What?
JFig, who do you want to give the Hardy tickets to? What caller?
I want to give the tickets to caller number 5.
All right, caller 5 is going to win a pair of tickets to see Hardy. He's bringing his tour, Jim Bob World Tour, to the I Think Financial Amphitheater on September 20th with special guests Coe Wetzel, Wetzel, Stephen Wilson Jr., and Sicarus.
You should get the Wetzel. You should get that pretty good. Wetzel, corroborate.
Pretzel.
Caller
That's gonna be a
5
bad joke.
Caller 5 will win those tickets.
Wetzel's pretzels.
Oh, that's
They're
good.
delicious.
Caller 5 wins those tickets to see Hardy. He's coming to the I Think Financial Amphitheater on September 20th. You guys can get more information at WQM.com and say Live Nation Show.
I hear he puts on quite a show. I'm just saying.
My all right. I want to get more into this tomorrow. We just, it wasn't time and place, but my all right goes to Mickey Arison. Goes to the Hall of Fame this weekend. It was Goosey's. I thought he gave a great speech. I'm like, this is the most I've heard Mickey Arison speak ever. But I was happy for him. We'll get more into it tomorrow. I got some other stuff from the weekend, but obviously, you know what it is. Everybody knows what it is. Dolphins lose like that.
Listen, if we're not going to be here to celebrate, we're all going to be here to vent.
Yep.
And commiserate.
My oh no. Sheesh, who do you go with here? I mean, it's just so many people to pick from. I'm gonna go with Mike McDaniel.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go with Mike McDaniel.
Oh no.
And I think, I was most mad at them having to call a timeout. And then they also had 12 men in the huddle. And I'm just like, it's already been going bad.
Doesn't Daniel Jones?
It was a whole meme just having him do that.
Who's the Cowboys quarterback? The old one.
Romo?
Not Aikman. Romo. Doesn't he kind of look like young Romo?
Intangibles.
Yeah.
But I was like, JFig, when he gives the surrender cobra, I'm like,
that's what surrender cobra is?
That's surrender cobra.
No, I've never heard that.
It's usually known for college football fans. When something bad happens to their team, they always go to the guy in the stands who's like this. And that's our head coach.
I only did that when I was getting ready to do some crunches.
Hey, look, it's raining.
Great.
Awesome. What do you got for all right? No, dude.
So my all right is definitely gonna go to again, my same people. Alcaraz. He was awesome. I don't watch tennis, but I watched him play a couple of times, while I was watching football. And it was pretty good. My own no, and I'm gonna do this just to get we've talked enough about the Dolphins. But I'm gonna say this and then I'm gonna explain. College football fans, please relax, okay? Because the Michigan quarterback got Arch Manning'd also. Called he ain't that guy, right?
You're not that guy, pal.
He's 18. He ain't never played football in front of 100,000 people on the road. Relax. Same thing with Arch Manning. Like, I don't care how great you think he is. He ain't played in that environment before. We're going to have some stumbles.
Did you guys see on Sunday Night Football, Peyton Manning's kid made a showing? I think he's Marshall Manning, I think is his name.
Yeah, I saw that.
Eminem?
That's it. Eminem. I didn't know that Peyton Manning had twins. I didn't know that.
Did he?
Oh, only one of the twins was in it?
Yeah, I guess the daughter didn't want to be in it. I don't know.
Oh, so it's a daughter and a son?
Daughter, son, fraternal twins.
Why is he laughing?
I'm going to say this. Please don't take this the wrong way. The Mannings have a look. All of them. Cooper, Arch, Archie Manning,
right?
Peyton Manning, Eli. You can spot a Manning anywhere.
Right.
I was just.
You wonder what the daughter looks like?
I was thinking.
You just picture giant forehead.
What is the female version?
To be fair, the son doesn't look anything like him.
Really?
Yeah, I didn't think
he didn't look like him at all.
So he looked like the mom.
I guess so. I don't even
Okay,
know.
but I'm just.
I don't even
like,
know what Mrs. Manning looks like.
Just randomness, random things going through my head at like, okay, yikes.
Jennifer, it's all right. No for you.
Well, I'm going to start off with my oh no.
Oh no.
And I'm going to circle back to this text chain. I guess you could say DM chain. And give a -1 to all the lies.
Oh my God.
Oh no.
Tua had a DM with Gatorade.
That's how you say that.
What?
Gatorade?
Gatorade?
My apologies.
Gatorade.
My apologies. Okay. You can give me a -1.
Yeah, especially when you correct everybody that pronounces it
Relax,
Yeah,
okay?
dude.
I gave myself a
-1.
Anyway, they asked him, Tua, week 1, what message are you sending? And well, he said, time to show him who I am. And guess what, sir? Fix it. Because there's nothing here to brag about. And you lost yourself an hour. So
I think he showed us what he's about. I think he did. Maybe he did. Maybe he wasn't lying. I don't like it.
I don't like it. Nothing to
I
brag
hated
about.
that ad though. The minute it came out, I'm like, that is going to be a meme. I just knew it. As soon as Gatorade came out with that
You
ad,
can
I'm
almost
just like,
guarantee that was going to be a meme. Let's be honest with ourselves.
thanks to
If you put yourself out there, you got to be able to deal with the other side of it, right?
Nobody says in Tua's camp, hey, that's a bad idea.
No.
Why don't we do the thing? You know what you do with Gatorade? This is what you do with Gatorade. Shoot the commercial in black and white, make them sweat colors. Tale as old as time for Gatorade. Been working.
Hey, but here's the problem. Like, when they give you that check and they say, we want you to do this, you go, okay, because you like that check.
Stupid.
Okay. If Gatorade told
Tell
you to
Mary
do it,
in marketing.
and they
Stupid
sent-
idea.
And they sent you that check, you'd be the same way.
Be like, Mary, appreciate the idea, but I feel like this ends up like a meme. How about we take a picture of me, put me black and white, make me sweat blue? That's the thing. That's what we do. That's a Gatorade. Is it in you?
Boy, dude, we got to watch replays on every
I have
channel.
seen it. It's been nonstop. Just everybody this morning is just all
Bombarded.
afternoon, just killing the
You know,
Every time I turn
they're
my
all,
head,
you know
it's
why?
on.
Because they're all Patrick Mahomes fans and they want Tyreek to get traded.
Yeah.
See? Crossing route to the big guy. Who would ever thought 97 would be 15, 20 yards deep? I'm telling you. It's
pass rusher.
Like, but I'm telling you how it works. They haven't figured this out yet.
How do you figure it out? They got a staff.
Dude, let me tell you something.
What's that Bobby Slowick doing?
Let me tell you
They
something.
got 9 offensive assistants.
Y'all need to start listening to me. I break it down for you. I tell you why. I told you last year why they're struggling with it, right? Because if you're throwing to spots, the defense is watching film and they're going to those spots. They're not even covering people. You understand what I'm saying? So, yeah.
Oh, by the way, they just put on a McAfee show. Some Shane Steichen was saying about moving the chains. Can I tell you, I tuned in yesterday to Broncos Titans. I don't know if this happened anywhere else, but I had my first regular season virtual measurement. And boy, do I hate it. I mean, I cannot hate the virtual measurement enough.
They doing the regular season too?
Yes.
Oh.
Yes. It's officially started. And so they're all just like, all right, we're going to sit here for a virtual measurement. And Tennessee came up with a ball stop. All right. Ball stop. And here we go. And then they just bring up the screen. And it's like, he's short. And I'm just like, ugh. What
I
did
thought you said they stopped them.
They did.
So
They stopped him. So the defense got this huge stop to get the ball back one more time. And so, like, we're going to go to a virtual measurement here. Not the chains, not. And then it was just like, we just look at a computer screen. And then even they showed it in the Jumbotron. They show it up on the screen. They're just like, virtual measurement shows it
So
short.
if you're short, that means they stopped them.
Yeah, they stopped him.
Okay.
Yeah, they stopped
So
him.
what was the problem?
Because I don't like it. I like the chain to go out there.
Dude.
That's how
Can I
you
just
know.
tell you something?
That's how you know.
Nothing worse than an old man dragging another old man out to the middle and pulling the chain.
Right.
I love it. And I stand by that statement.
I love the chain. And like, if you would have gotten a stop like that and be like, you know what only makes it better? When they drug out the chain and boom, you kept them shy of the sticks. And instead I got to look at a computer screen for it. Lose something. I hate it. Jennifer, did you give it all right?
I did not.
What do you have?
Well, after all the horrendous things we saw on yesterday, I was able to attend our sister station's undercover concert, and
Wetzel?
Yep. And I just went for fun because it was the last one that was going to be happening this year, and I went to support my friends. And little did I know that I would end up on stage for the last song with Low Cash, and that was a good time. It was really fun.
Low Cash.
All right.
Yes. Which was the headliners for last night.
I can't.
What do they say? Low Cash.
I'm
What's
not
their most famous song?
gonna-
Sing it for us,
It's
Jennifer.
probably, if it's cheaper on stage, it's probably Please Don't Crop Me Out.
I tell you what I'm low on. I'm low on points and cash because the Dolphins went out there. And the
I know
Colts kicked their
somebody.
ass.
Do you know I know somebody? I know somebody.
Oh, you just said that bit.
Well,
No.
And you had, wait, first of all, -1, you had to look it up.
Yeah.
You
I
had to
did.
look it up.
You
You
did.
went
I wanted
on
to give you
stage with-
accurate information, okay?
Yeah, okay, right.
Brittany,
You
quickly.
had to look
I'll
it
give
up.
you a -1 for that.
Yeah.
Brittany, quickly.
Name a Taylor Swift song.
Let's get to. We got to get out of
Yeah.
here. Brittany,
I'll be
you're
quick,
all
I'll be
right.
quick.
You're oh no.
My all right goes to USF, although I'm scared for them to come over here now. I did enjoy UF losing.
Mhm.
Wait, did I say USF? I don't know if I said that right,
It
but it's
doesn't
fine.
matter.
We can keep it moving. And then my oh no goes to none other than Ferrari, because it always goes to Ferrari. No podium in Monza in your home race. Embarrassing. You should be ashamed of yourselves. That's it.
Get through a whole show without her mentioning
we
F1.
almost-
It's never
almost
gonna
made it.
happen. It's never gonna happen.
It's never gonna
Not
happen.
as
Never
long
gonna
as
happen.
Ferrari keeps screwing
I
up.
don't think they're low cash.
Fix it, dude.
That's our show, everybody. Hope we helped you with your pain today, and we will try and move forth. And we'll talk to you rascals tomorrow.
I'm hungry now and then. Ow!
Can you stop doing that?
The top of my foot.
Leroy just zags when everyone zigs.
Sag you.
If he has a great game this week, we're all gonna be like, wee woo.
I'll see y'all when I see y'all.